This is the big fish, K-Fish, the voice of Noyo, Noyo, Noyo.
What the hell's going on? What happened to my brother?
Well, you're not going to believe this either. They're telling us some kind of sea monster.
That's right, sea monsters.
They're coming. A tidal wave of rampaging creatures surges from the dark and violent sea to conquer the earth.
Why the girls?
It's my theory that these creatures are driven to mate with man now in order to further develop their incredible evolution.
Now look at it, Edward. It's right in front of you. You stupid ass. Look at it.
Anywhere you run, any place you hide, anytime you stop, they will find you.
Oh, shit! Why me?
Humanoids from the deep.
Welcome, everybody, to Midnight Cinema. I am Art Hennessy in San Diego.
And I am Erik Rodenheiser in Salem, and I completely forgot to flip you off before we started. So I just did it. I flipped you off.
That's all right. I'll see it, Erik. For those of you listening, Erik always starts the recording flipping me off so that when I'm editing, whenever I open up the editing program, I just see Erik's face and his fingers flipping me off.
Yeah,
as I'm editing the podcast. It's fun. It's fun.
I was trying to do my cute intro, and I was going to say, and I am fucking freezing over here in Salem. I'm wearing a turtleneck. I feel like I'm in the movie.
That's right. You're in the fishing village, which is weirdly, it's a fishing village that seems like it's supposed to be in New England or something, but I think it's actually in California. When you think about it,
it is, but you can tell the weather's not warm. Yeah. So I feel like I'm in the movie and I'm pretending pretending I'm where you are.
That's
but really right. I'm just freezing my ass off here on the docks.
And I'm here. I also have my themed. I have my clamshell shirt on to represent our fishing village locale here for the movie that we're discussing this week. We are discussing Humanoids from the Deep. Movie was released in Erik's already laughing.
Humanoids from the Deep. Not even the name of the movie. So go ahead. Who's in it before? I don't want to ruin your little opening spiel.
We should say it was released in 1980, directed by Barbara Peters, starring Rod McClure, great actor name, Vic Morrow, Ann Turkel, Cindy Weintraub, and Lynn Schiller.
Yeah, I'm going to have to correct you right there.
Okay, what?
Don't you don't want to misname one of my movie icon heroes.
Who's that?
It's Doug McClure.
Doug? Did I say Rod?
I can't believe you, Art.
Oh my gosh! I said
wow.
Rod. I said Rod.
Clearly, you have not watched
Doug McClure.
Doug McClure. The time. What? See, I can't even say the movie now. I'm so upset. The Land That Time Forgot.
Oh, that was a great
Doug
one.
McClure.
Yeah, Doug McClure had quite a career in B movies and TV, we should say.
Yeah, he did.
So did Vic Morrow, who was in this movie. I was surprised Vic Morrow. We see him, had a big television career and then a lot of movies in the 80s and unfortunately met an early demise in a very unfortunate circumstance.
Yeah, now you have to say it. This is so creepy. Was that on the set of...
That was on the set of The Twilight Zone, the movie.
Yes.
And a helicopter. It was a scene where he was underneath a helicopter with two children, and they were filming with the helicopter flying above them very low, and the helicopter crashed basically on top of them, and the rotor blades hit them. It was a very famous tragedy, which kind of altered Hollywood in a lot of ways and really affected the career of John Landis for a while, who we all know as a pretty famous director, but that really hurt him. But yeah, weird. Vic Morrow. Some people,
a great way to open the podcast.
Yes, this is going to be an in memoriam, but I was surprised to see him here. This was around the time, some people might know him too. He was the jerky baseball coach in Bad News Bears. He was the Yankees coach there. And it's Vic Morrow. You know him. He's here to do this job. But I was surprised because a lot of these other people I would expect to be in these movies. But Vic Morrow, I was like, oh, there he is.
What, you expected Ann Turkel to be in this movie?
I didn't know a lot about Ann Turkel.
She was married to Dumbledore.
She was married to Richard Harris. Yes.
To Dumbledore.
Mm-hmm.
Darling, go and do this movie. It will help your career so much. There's no nudity in it. I checked the script.
Yeah. But we haven't mentioned probably the biggest name that looms over this movie, Erik. Roger Corman. This is a Roger Corman production.
Yeah.
So Roger Corman, for those who may not know, is infamous for his sort of low budget genre movies. And he put out a lot of them. And actually, a lot of people start in Roger Corman movies. Everybody from James Cameron to Francis Ford Coppola, like they've all done Roger Corman movies when they first started. Piranha 2, The Spawning, was that it? Was that James Cameron? I'm not sure.
Yeah, but no, a little bit. But we should cover. Maybe we're going to cover the remake of Piranha. I might talk you into that one. If you want to see more, if you want to see more sea creatures and boobs, then that would be Piranha, the remake.
And so you mentioned at the opening here what the original title of this movie was, Humanoids from the Deep. But when you put on this movie and you press play and this movie starts, that's not the title that comes up on the screen, which actually took me by surprise. Erik and I just, we watch a lot of these B movies, and it would be very easy, I think, for me to click on the wrong movie in Amazon Prime. In the depths of Amazon Prime, you just have all sorts of crazy B movies from the 80s and 70s. And when I clicked it and it started, up came the title Monster. Yes.
And then in tiny, tiny letters, Humanoids from the Deep. It's on there.
So I have a question, Erik. I don't know if you know the answer, because I was then immediately what I did is I said, I want to stop for a second, because I'm like, I don't want to keep watching this if I'm watching kind of a weird version of it. So I went to other places and they all start this way with Monster on the title. But when I look up Humanoids from the Deep, they say its release title was Humanoids from the Deep. So how did the Monster title, do you know what happened there and why we see it as Monster now?
Yeah, I think Roger Corman happened.
Okay.
That's my only explanation, because originally it was supposed to be Beneath the Darkness, and it was more of like a science fiction mystery. And there was no gratuitous sex or violence. And Roger Corman's like, hey, you know what? We're going to add some more boobs and guts in this. And the director's like, no, we're not. Yeah. No, we're not.
Because my understanding is that's how he got some of these people into the movie, like Ann Turkel and Vic Morrow. They thought it was a sort of a eco-thriller type of movie where we're going to investigate like what it means for genetic stuff to alter and these creatures, and that was the script they were sold on.
Yes,
very different from the script we see.
I know we'll get into it as we go through the breakdown of this movie. Which this is another one, Art, where it's not a long movie, but it's going to be a long podcast because we're going to tear it. We're going to tear it. But you can see in the movie where Roger Corman shot the scenes that the director never approved, and he never told her that he put him in the movie, and she saw the movie and she's like, oh my, I don't know if she's English, oh my god, this is awful.
Yeah, it was now we should say, and I'll just say on the outset, you can tell, like Erik said, you can really tell, because there's some craftsmanship in her direction. We'll talk about it as you're watching the movie. There's craftsmanship in there, very competent direction, but then
you can tell when this movie shifts direction, and I mean by direction directors, because it turns into a vaudeville act. And I mean literally a vaudeville act, because you're like, how the hell is this scene in the movie? Spoilers.
I know. Spoilers. So let's get into it, Erik. Let's start talking about Humanoids from the Deep. As I said, movie opens, we're underwater with some actually very nice underwater photography, which continues through this movie. It's sharp, it's clear, it looks really good. The camera's going through kelp. It reminds, of course, of Jaws, which came out a few years earlier, which they're clearly trying to mimic. It's the camera going through the underwater stuff. Then we cut to up on top. That's where we see Monster comes at us from. It's almost like we go from, okay, here's a very cool looking underwater photography to, is this a clip from like a 1958 horror movie? or a Godzilla movie, it cuts to the surface and it's waves crashing and around rocks, and the big monster kind of comes from far away and comes up to us, and it might even be shimmering a little bit.
It reminds me of those when they used to put the date of the movie in the title or something. It's like MCXXX, whatever that is. It reminded me of that, and I was like jump scared a little bit, which I didn't put them all together, Art, but I have several times where I'm just going to go jump scare and tell you what it is, because there's so many. But that was like a movie title card jump scare. It was just like,
it was weird. I was suddenly in a different movie for a second, and now we're cutting to it's a fishing village. We're seeing the scenes of every, fish, more fish. This is a fishing village. Erik, in case you didn't notice, this is a fishing village.
In case you didn't notice.
Right. Yep. And what's the name of the village, Erik?
I think it's Nola, right?
Noyo.
Noyo.
Or Noyo. Yeah. I think we're supposed to think it's originally an Indian reservation. They want us to get that feeling with the name of it. But
where'd they get that name? It sounds like, and no offense here, just what it sounds like to me. It sounds like a new Japanese candy.
Correct.
Noyo. I thought it was Nola, and I thought it was from New Orleans. It's
Noya. Noya. They're pronounced in a couple of different ways, the characters too, throughout it. And here's the other thing you're noticing right off the bat. I think you noticed it too, Erik. The score's pretty good on this movie. The score is,
yes.
And why is that?
The score does not stand out as bad.
Yeah.
Why is that? I don't know. They hired some guy.
James Horner.
Yes, there you go.
Did the score. And so James Horner, we know him from everything from Cocoon to Wrath of Khan to Honey, I Shrunk the Kids to Field of Dreams to Avatar to Titanic is James Horner.
I think this was his best one.
His career would go on.
I think this is probably his best one then. I don't remember it though.
Well, here's the thing. As an early James Horner score, what you're hearing is him taking a lot from other movies. He's taking little bits here and there. And you can see when the boats are sailing, he suddenly will do that little, it's the themes you saw in like Jaws, which was only a few years earlier when the orca's out on the water and the that maritime, we're having an adventure.
Yeah, adventure.
Like that seeps into the score here and there. But I thought it was a very competent score for this movie. I was not expecting that. I'm noticing that right at the beginning while we're seeing all of these things. And then there's a shot that I thought was interesting, that they're washing sort of bones off the deck of the boat. Did you notice that? They're kind of using a hose, and there's these, it looks like bones or carcasses or something that they're washing off the boat, which makes you start to think like creatures.
It's a fishing town, and it's all about salmon, and they're having troubles. They're not getting, and the salmon that they're pulling up are they're kind of or there's not a lot of salmon right now for some reason.
Yeah. How did you know that, Erik? Because they didn't talk much about
salmon. They didn't talk about the salmon
at the beginning.
No. I do have to say that boat scene. We're talking about the boat scene, right? The little trawler.
Yeah. Because we're first introduced at the dock, right? A couple of our characters at the dock. Mm-hmm. So we're introduced to Jimbo. Jimbo's that Doug McClure, right? Jimbo, he's there with his brother,
age appropriate wife, right? When they have a newborn baby, they have like a.
We'll talk about this.
Okay,
we'll talk about this town, Erik, where the fishermen like Doug McClure are all married to supermodels.
Yeah,
this is a very interesting town.
Yeah, Doug McClure. Any movie, he's always with like a 27-year-old. Well, it's like the guy from The Fog and Halloween 3. He's always with like a
good call. Yes. Yeah.
And directed by a woman, I want to point out. So
there's a lot of fish talk. We're seeing him arrive at the dock. He's with his brother. He's talking to his brother, and salmon and tuna, and then they were introduced to Vic Morrow, who's Hank Slattery, they call him.
Hank.
And And we get the feeling Hank is a little bit, he has men who work for him. I think Doug McClure just has his brother that works with him out on the boat. And Hank has a whole bunch of people, that these guys, they're fishermen, and everything in this town. I love it. We're going to talk about it as we go through the movie. There's always a fish reference in everything they say. So the dialogue to make sure that we know that they're fishermen. We introduced to Johnny Eagle.
Johnny
here.
Eagle. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And we're introduced to the fact that Vic Morrow is not even slightly. He's just a racist. He's
yeah, straight up. We're doing a lot of movies with characters that are racist.
Yeah. And
Twilight Zone, he was also the racist, right?
That was a whole point of that.
Yeah.
That
so like,
skit.
would be a good racist? Vic Morrow.
It seems to frighteningly come really natural to him. It just, the racism just slides right out.
Like you, I know you're joking, but man, it seems no.
Yeah,
so
they're all talking. Like you said, the idea is we're set up here. There's a big company called Canco,
great name,
which is like unobtainium,
great
or
name,
something.
Right,
Canco is wants to build a fishing cannery in this village, and it's going to create lots of jobs. So people are for it. But Johnny Eagle is not. Johnny Eagle thinks it'll ruin the environment.
Indigenous people's land. Right?
That's correct. So
we have to make sure he's named Johnny Eagle, so we're not clear that he might be an indigenous person.
Yeah, so it's really clunky dialogue. They're kind of putting all the exposition out there. But I think the idea is let's introduce you to all these people right now so that then we can go out on the boat with one of them. And this is what you're talking about. So they go out, I think it's the Beverly Jean. They go out on this boat, one of the fishermen there.
You knew the name.
Right? Well, I saw the name and I thought.
You're reading boat names and I'm noticing one-legged seagulls. Did you notice the one-legged seagull? They did a shot of this one-legged seagull. And I thought, oh my gosh, they're hiring, amputee seagulls as background. How did they get that?
I know.
I thought I'm like, oh my gosh, a one-legged seagull.
Exactly.
Did a humanoid eat it? So they're on the boat, yeah.
Yeah, they catch something in the net. They're trying to pull it up. It's really heavy. We've seen this before in movies. And now we're going to get that. They use it about 10 million times in this scene. A fishy webbed hand is in the net. We see this under the water. And so we know what's going on under the water. There's something with this big claw hand there.
Yeah, and it was very much Creature of the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, and Zeke, is it Zeke is the guy who's running the boat? Zeke, I think I heard his name.
I've seen him in movies before, and his delivery is still over the top, but I thought he was really good. They're like, oh, my beard's itching.
But also, Eric, nothing's going right for Zeke on this boat. Like nothing. Zeke's like, oh, we got to haul in the net. And his kid's reading a comic book on the boat. And Zeke is like, God damn it. Get the gas and put it in the thing. And then his guy who's at the wheel of the boat is like, we can't do this because of this. And Zeke goes, what is it? It's just everything is going wrong for Zeke.
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah, and then he's like, why does this have to happen to me today? Zeke is just, it's not going right. So the kid's got to fill up the gas tank for the winch. And this is Zeke's line. He goes, shit, why me? That's
what we say every day when we're doing the podcast.
Right.
Shit.
So he has his kid. He goes, forget about the gas. Come over here and help us. And he's got his kid. They're all trying to pull in the net. And then his kid falls in.
He falls in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking first victim of the movie. Blood's coming out of the water. And I was like, oh, good for you guys. You killed off a kid.
Great underwater shot. Eric, the net, we see there's a hole in the net.
Oh, yeah.
So that knows, and the camera sort of pulls back along the net. It's beautiful. And we see the bloods start to cloud up to the surface.
It is a great piece of cinematography. You already said this before, but it was a little bit of a ripoff, but very reminiscent of Jaws, which is a compliment because, Spielberg, he's pretty good at what he does.
Yeah.
So
this was good. I was impressed. I thought that this was good. And then
it
cuts
like
to the
that
surface.
Through the movie. All right.
Yeah.
No, it stays like that through the movie. Every scene is this beautiful cinematography.
Well, then we cut to the surface and it's bubbling up the blood and Zeke is trying to Zeke is trying to pull it up. We got to get my boy. We got to get my boy. But also the boy, when Zeke called him over because nothing is going right for Zeke, left the gas can on the edge. And now the gas can's spilling.
Yep.
And then his
what are you laughing at?
His pilot of the boat, his guy who's running the boat, comes running out with a flare gun, and he's trying to put a flare in the flare gun. But here was where I was confused. Did they could see the blood coming up and everything. Did they think it was a creature down there? Why the guy he's trying to do a flare gun, and of course, the guy like sort of trips and the flare shoots right into the deck. And then I just wanted them to cut to Zeke going, God damn it.
That would have been awesome. Why does this happen? That would have been awesome. But this is one of those explosions, Art. Where are these people getting the gas from? But stay away from the gas in this town, because that boat explodes.
And they do, it's that thing, Eric, where they do it from all the different angles that they had the cameras at offshore. So we basically see the boat blow up 100 times, because I'm sure when they got that shot, they were like, ooh, this is money in the bank. Let's just show this from every angle.
This is where I felt bad. I was sad already, Art, not for the kid, but the sea captain. I was like, oh no, he's not in the movie anymore.
Yeah, no.
You see him scratch his lucky beard or whatever.
Yeah.
God damn it.
He was looking forward to it. He said he was going to have a long run with this beard.
Yep.
That's what he said.
Yep.
Yeah, no, not a long run for them.
It was a short run.
It's gone, yeah. And then we cut it home because Jimbo's at home playing with a Fisher-Price fishing rod with his son, because everything in this town is fish. He's got fish on the wall. And so the little toddler or whatever is going with the fishing lure. And I'm like, yeah, because, I didn't know that these people were
It's like here in Salem, Massachusetts, the tourist part, yes. But here at home, my wife and I were always playing with like little Puritan figurines and witch hats, and we got them all over the house. It's like going to the Cape where they have an Airbnb that you rent out your house and they all look identical.
Right.
I think we knew it was a fishing town though. And how old is that kid? Doug McClure's wife looks like she's what, 28, 26, and new baby. Doink, doink, doink,
this
doink.
Is Cindy Weintraub is the actress, and she's incredibly attractive. Young woman. Okay, this is where it starts for me. I'm like, all right, I'll go with this. They have a dog. They have a really handsome dog. Actually,
lots of dogs.
But he's a really. I like this dog.
Beautiful dog.
He's nice, beautiful golden retriever. And what I like about this movie is the noise happens outside or something that only the kid and the dog seem to hear, and the score has to emphasize like there's something going on, and that she lets the dog out, and now we're gonna follow the dog.
It's really cool, though. First of all, they do not care about their garbage. What a bunch of lazy people! So much garbage out there.
And the garbage cans are turned over.
Yeah.
I was like, where, what?
Oh, you know what, Art? That's because, see, we're dissing Doug McClure and his wonderful, attractive wife. It's not their fault. I think the garbage was turned over by something else.
Right.
And the mist, did you catch all the fog?
Nice fog.
Oh my gosh.
They're going, we're getting the sort of the dog's POV. Through this. Yep. It's sort of lush green vegetation with some nice trees. It's a good location, I have to say. And it was strange for me because I was thinking like, this is the part in the movie where, like a horror movie or a slasher film, we'd get that a kill here, like it'd be a young woman going out and who's there, investigating out there. But here it's a dog. So we're following along with the dog. And I'm making the mistake here, Eric. I'm thinking this dog is going to be a character in this movie. And already my mind is starting to be like, oh, the dog will factor in. I know how these movies go. The dog will factor into the climax. It'll bite something or jump out of. So honestly, this got me because I thought the dog was going to be part of the movie here.
Well, it would have been, most likely it would have been. Here's where the movie separates a little bit. Okay. I don't think that the director shot this scene because that dog gets wasted. I mean, it was like a WW like wrestling.
It is violent.
Oh,
I have to say, and I have to ask. I did you notice an ASPCA has approved this film or something at the end? Because it looks like they're shaking that dog. Like, I have to say, it might be a dummy dog, but it looks like somebody has the dog and is shaking it.
yeah.
In this thing, and the dog is kind of looking like it wants to bite the hand of whatever it's grabbing it.
Well, who wouldn't?
Yeah, it's violent. It's really violent, and I was like, ooh, that dog's toast. Like that dog's clearly
wasted. And you don't see you see the arms. You don't see exactly what the creature is, but so you still don't see the whole creature, which is cool.
And then we cut really quickly. Next morning, Carol's going out to give the dog his food. Nice red bowl that matches her clothes. I'm like, this is all composed incredibly well, Erik, I have to say. And she looks like $1 million in her outfit. Like, it looks like you always joke, like they just bought it for her. It doesn't look like it's lived in at all. It looks like they just bought it at JCPenney's. And she's going out to look for it.
Well, this is where we get our first. I have so many in these. I'm just going to start with jump scare, because this is our first jump scare.
Oh, yes, the doghouse, right?
Yep, it's a cat.
Yeah.
First jump scare.
Yeah, she thinks the dog's in the house, and then it comes out, boo, ah. And, then Jimbo comes out. They're looking, there's goo on the trash can. Like,
I wrote down, let's follow it. They go, let's follow it. There's goop, let's follow it. Because we wouldn't know that they're following it. Let's follow it.
And then we get here on the score a little bit of Halloween in there. With the dee 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 dee, there's a little bit of the piano or synth like keys coming in, like that sort of that theme from Halloween is coming in as they're walking. What I thought was interesting about this movie is there are a lot of intercuts. So the director is intercutting. Like, they're going to look for the dog, but rather than sticking with them, we're now going to cut to the dock, and Vic Morrow and his boys are pulling up to the dock, and then we're going to cut back to Jimbo and Carol looking for the dog, and then we're going to cut back to the dock with Vic Morrow.
The reason for that is because when they added all these gore and boobs and gore, they cut out a lot of the exposition. So I'm sure those scenes were probably longer. And they're like, no, I just want to show boobs. We got to get rid of this part.
Yeah, because Hank's crew pulls up and they got a bunch of alcohol in the back of the truck or
Who
something.
doesn't?
It was really, and of course they're like, we got all this booze, we can use it for some of those hot numbers over in Humboldt County. That's what the guy said. And then because it's a fishing town, Erik, his buddy says, if Jenny finds out, she'll use your ass for salmon bait. Because it's gotta be a fishing joke.
Right.
I think you grow up there. It's probably not even funny if you don't. Imagine being a stand-up comedian and coming to the local bar in this town and you don't have a tight 20 minutes with fishing stuff.
Right.
Like they're not even going to know what you're doing.
Right.
Like up there.
You start off with like, hey, everybody having a good night because I'm going to start fishing for some comedy.
Well, they might. Then you got them in the palm of your hand.
I have, I have 20 minutes of a fishing. I do a little stand up, so I have 20 minutes of a fishing town set just in case.
Just in case, you never know.
Going to Gloucester. Hey, how's everybody doing?
Right. So then we're cutting back, and Carol and Jim is right out of Jaws. They find Baron, the dog. By the way, really weird. When I was a kid, that my first dog, Baron, that was his name.
You had a dog named Baron?
Baron, yeah.
Was it killed by an underwater sea creature?
No, but it was weird when they're like, Baron. I was like, oh. And they find Baron.
Oh, yeah. It was pretty good. I think this is our second technical jump scare. Because it's like dead dog in the it was covered in weeds or something, like
seaweed and it's kind of mangled. If you pause it, which I'm sure you did.
Oh, I did, yeah.
They do quick cuts to it, which helps. It doesn't look all that, but they do one thing, Erik, where the eye on it is displaced.
Yeah, I have it if you want to see it. I have an impersonation of it if you'd like to see it.
Okay, yeah, let's see.
You ready? Okay.
Yeah.
This is my ear. Wait. Sorry, I didn't get that.
Erik has got, yes, Erik, that's really good. Erik has got his teeth out and he's pushed his lip back and he's opened one eye. Yeah, and it's mangled, and that mangled eye really sells it on that jump cut, and you're like, oh, because it is, like you said, this movie, Eric, has killed a kid and a dog.
Yeah,
as
and an
its
entire
first
boat
two
of
kills.
fishermen.
Yes, an entire boat of fishermen.
We don't care about them. We just care about the dog.
Yeah,
Oh,
so the
poor
dog. Yeah, and then we're going to cut back to Vic Morrow and his group on the dock, and there's more dead dogs.
Yep. Well, in fact, the only dog that's alive is the Johnny Eagle's dog.
Johnny Eagle's husky, is the only one. And Vic Morrow right away, because he has to tell us that on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
He's like, that's funny. The only dog left alive is the Indians. So he has to say that out loud.
Yeah, he's got his racist hat on there.
And so this is all happening. Okay, so this is all happening in the morning, Eric. It looks like, right? Everything we've just talked about.
Apparently, all the dogs at night got taken except for the husky.
Yeah, so dogs have been killed around that. That's what it is. But now we're gonna hard cut to outside a house at night, like hard cut. And we're going to get the POV along the side of the house. It's a classic stalker, classic slasher movie point of view outside a house.
Yes.
And it's going to slide over to a nice window where we're going to see...
What? What are you going to see, Art?
Well, we're going to see that another example of like...
This. No, go ahead. Be appropriate. What will we see?
Actress Lynn Schiller.
Yeah. Who cares? I mean, yeah. No, the name of the actress. Yep. Whatever.
Yeah. She was also, well, just a little history on her. She did pose in a magazine.
What's that?
Posed
like
in
Sports Illustrated?
No, I don't think she was in Sports
Fisherman's
Illustrated.
Monthly?
Well, this actress, Lynn Schiller, I've seen interviews with her and she seems very nice. And so she is in an outfit, just standing there brushing her hair in a red negligee, and nothing else. Just like you do, women do when they get ready for anything, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have bought too many of these for Christmas presents for girlfriends, and they're like, "Oh, thank you. This looks really comfortable." It's basically what we call I think it's a baby doll. First of all, great name for something you're trying to. But I was pointing out, I'm like, oh my gosh, is this the first time why is she wearing, does she wear this at night before she goes to bed?
Now, I will say, Eric, when you're young, when I was younger and this movie was first hitting like HBO, I think that was been where it was on. And you would try to see how you'd stay up late or go downstairs to try and watch some movies that are R-rated, and I would say that people going to see these exploitation movies, this is part of what you're coming to see. You're now getting it, right? This is it. And, but still, this is still, I think, Barbara Peters, I think the director is directing this scene because it looks good with the camera coming up the thing. I think this particular scene she's directing. What do you think?
Any scene that doesn't have guts or boobs, she's directing. So you do not see any, skin.
No.
It's just for me again, it's the small town feel. She's not wearing like a t-shirt, her boyfriend's t-shirt. No. She's wearing something she bought at Victoria's Secret yesterday. And
what I like her is she hears a sound and she puts on like a little shawl thing that's still kind of wafer thin, but she just drapes it. She doesn't put it over her shoulders, Eric. She drapes it across like the crooks of her elbows around her back, so that we can still, I think Roger Corman is like, here's the dress code. Like you can't cover her up.
Head on.
Right. And so she's walking around with that on. And you probably laugh too, Eric, because talk to me about jump scares here.
Yes. Coat hanger jump scare. The sound.
Coat hanger. Oh my God. I knew you were going to.
Oh my gosh. I thought we were in Excalibur. I thought it was a ninja movie. What the hell?
The coat hanger falls and it's like shunk. Like it
was Sword in the Stone. I mean, it even had a vibration on it. I'm like, these are some sturdy. Coat hangers.
Yes.
Coat hanger
It
on
was like
sheaths.
oh my gosh, yeah. And she's like, oh, and then she goes into the kitchen and a dish falls over in the sink. A dish like just goes like clink and she goes, ah. She has this overreaction. And then right after she does that, the phone rings and she turns the other direction. And it's like, whoa. And my mind, I'm like, I just wanted that to keep continuing. Like the ice maker in the fridge drops an ice cube.
And and in a way it does, because now we get 80s phone jump scare. I mean, I love that. So we get the coat hanger, and then the phone, the dishes, and then the phone, and then of course we do get boyfriend jump scare.
Yes, a classic boyfriend jump scare. Yeah, he jumps in. Sean Cassidy enters the movie.
Cassidy.
Yeah, he's got the classic 80s hair, the middle part. Like I said, like Sean Cassidy or something.
Yep.
Classic.
No ears to speak of, because you would cut your hair so that went right over your ears.
Yeah.
So it's like a kind of a fun hair helmet in a way.
Yeah.
So now we know why she's dressed up, because the boyfriend was coming over, but now apparently she's too scared to have sex, because this is all this guy wants. All he talks about is like,
yeah. But do you blame him? I mean,
I don't blame him. And she's
either
into it.
It's either salmon or
sex. Anything with a S in it, they have. They love salmon, sex, soup.
So he wants to have some nookie, and she's not, because they got to go. They got to go to the big event.
The big event.
They got to head out to
these people. All right, how old are they supposed to be? Are we watching Grease here? Are they teenagers? How old are they supposed to be?
And this was the other part of the movie where I was like, did they even say first names a lot in this movie? I know from looking at the cast list, but I think her name is Peggy, we should say, like Peggy, because they start to refer to her, but they start to refer to her later. And I think it's important because you should know, watching this movie, you're going to see a lot of very attractive women in this movie. And they just, and I start to lose track of who's who a little bit. With one of the characters.
They're very I don't know what the term is that term is, but when you're introducing all the characters, the teenage characters, the 20-somethings that you're going to kill off.
Yeah.
So you got the attractive women and the attractive men. And there's no goofy dude in this one. Like, this guy's kind of goofy, but he's still sexy in a way.
Well, I guess there's one goofy dude. We'll get to him later. Maybe he's a little goofy, but he doesn't look goofy, but he's
remind me, because I wrote down a goofy dude. I'm like, why is this guy in this movie? So I'll see if I can remember when that is. But yeah, so they're going to
they got to go to the event, the big salmon event.
Salmon Fest, right? Salmon.
Well, I think the fest is going to come later. This is the pre. Yeah. Maybe this is like a week long. This is like Woodstock. It's like Woodstock. So they're going down to the local VFW hall. Everybody in town, I think, is going down to this thing where they have. I love it. We see people pulling up, right? The band, Eric, the band is so perfect. Those people. We're going to talk about them a little later too. Ooh, I love them.
You mean Joe Williams and the Whitewater Boys?
Yes.
I'm trying to think of what other names could they have had
I don't
for
know.
this. Hank Smith and the Still Water Band, or the Bubbly Brook.
Right? If you made them into animals, they could be animatronic at an amusement park, right? At any amusement park.
Yeah.
The way they're dressed, they got the straw hats on and the red, white, and blue outfits. And they're all, would you say, like probably over 60, maybe?
Yeah, 90.
The band.
Yeah. They just came from the senior housing.
Right. And we get the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
So the mayor's there. He stands up and he sounds like Froggy from the Little Rascals, as if he grew up and he got a little work on for his speech condition. So he gets up and he's like, we're happy to have all of you here. And I love him. I love him as a local mayor.
He does. He looks like he's the mayor. All of the mayors in these fishing town movies, they eat a lot for some reason. Like he's kind of girthy. He's a little girthy, right?
Mm-hmm. And we're going to be introduced. The mayor tells us we have here tonight Canco, the Canco CEO, and he's also brought along Dr. Susan Drake. And we see Ann Turkel, and she has a look on her face as if she is the most shady human being, or she's just looking like.
She stands out like a salmon in a punch bowl. Yo, bam! Because we want to know clearly that she is a scientist and an outsider, but her eyeballing everybody, but that serious look that she has.
Yeah,
she has got a pole up her butt.
Yes,
I mean, big old fishing pole up her butt.
In fairness to her, the Canco CEO gets up there to the mic and he looks like he should be working with Harold Hill, the Music Man, selling scams. But he starts talking and he introduces her, and we have here Dr. Susan Drake. And let me tell you, she's a great little scientist.
She's a great little scientist we got here.
And I can see where she's like, I got to work with these.
I love that
people.
Harold Hill reference is like, oh, we got trouble right here in Noyo City. That rhymes with that stands for salmon. That stands for salmon. Oh, we got trouble.
So I didn't expect this movie to go so hard on the socio-economic eco-terrorism. There's a lot of salmon and cannery talk in this movie.
It's very prophecy reminiscent. It's kind of like stuff
that was going to be my go-to. Yeah,
was it prophecy? Yeah.
Prophecy was the same thing. It's like, let's mix horror and eco-friendly ideas and things.
Genetic alteration.
And also, I will say the CEO for the Canco company is clearly trying to remember his lines as he's talking. Like, the actor does not know his script.
Yeah, sometimes that works. Sometimes I think when they hire people who aren't really the actors, they should just say, okay, roughly say this. Just go ahead and say it. Because when they try to do lines.
Yeah, because he had to do a lot of talking, that guy. He had to, like, for a day player.
He did.
He had a big speech that he had to give. All about cannery, and it's the actor's worst nightmare too, Eric. I know you and I have done that. You get some script and it's like for medical devices or for something like that. And you're like, oh God, it's all this stuff. And he's talking about cannery and fishing and
That's why I bring my own cue cards. If I'm on the set, I'm like, nope, here you go. Right. Hold this up. I'm going to read it. And I know you're talking about the scientist. When one of my favorite moments of the movie is she's dancing. It looks like she got picked by the 12-year-old kid and she's 15 at the dance. But she's dancing with her.
She's dancing with the other guy. It's an underling from the Canco company that we're going to talk about later. I have some things to say about him.
Her just looking over his head.
Eric, she looked like she was 2 feet taller than him. And she has that look that we've been talking about, right, Eric? About on her face, like she is not having.
She is not having fun at the junior prom.
No. But she's introduced to Jimbo, and I think we're supposed to think, because Jimbo, our hero, McClure, he's there with his wife Carol, and he's gonna, I guess, take the Canco people out on a fishing trip the next day. Yeah. And we see there's kind of an exchange of looks, and we think I think we're supposed to think Carol's maybe like, this beautiful doctor and my husband are going out on a boat. And I think there was supposed to be some sort of jealousy set up or love triangle there. Probably a remnant of the original idea of the movie that he sold all these people on, right?
Well, I want to point out that we're around the 20-minute mark right now, and this is where 20 minutes in the movie, this is where we get our first boob.
Oh, is that outside in the truck?
Yep. It's our first official boob.
Yeah. So Peggy and her boyfriend, I think his name Jerry? I can't remember. I think it was
the
Sean Cassidy guy.
Sex Hound was his name.
They're out. They came to the event here, but they're out in the parking lot. They stayed out there.
Yeah. In a truck.
And they're in the bed of the truck. It's like an enclosed bed of the truck.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And she's right away. She's like, "Let me open my shirt, boobs." Mm-hmm. You only see. I want to point out, Art, only because we do a podcast, I have to intently watch these movies, so we only see the one boob.
Yeah,
there's only one boob. It's not two boobs.
Yeah.
You know what you could do is you could do a cut. You know how you said you might do special sound effects? I do all the time. You could just have me saying how many times I've said boob in any given podcast.
With a little ding, ding, like they do on CinemaSins or something like
Boob
that.
count. Yep. So there you go. There's our Roger Corman. It's like, no, we got to have him. I got to see some boobs here. So there you go.
Yeah.
Boobs.
And then, but the festivities inside are going to be interrupted because Johnny Eagle comes in with his husky, and his husky's dead.
Yep.
Mhm.
Killed my dog.
Vic Morrow. I'm like, who the hell is Vic Morrow that he could? It's just like is he in charge of the town? He's like, get him out of here.
Yeah, he's not the mayor. Yeah.
Yeah. Vic Morrow says to one of his henchmen, get this guy out of here. And the guy just grabs Johnny Eagle from back and yanks him outside. And then he's like, he turns around and says to the rest of the people, everybody just put the music on and everybody go back to what they're doing. Like, Eric, anybody was there, you'd be like, what? You just grabbed that guy. There's a dead dog.
Dead dog on the dance floor. A doggy on the dance floor. Oh,
and then you just had your henchman yank the guy by his neck out through the door.
Yeah,
and he's like,
feel like a little bit of a fisherman's mob boss, a little bit.
Yeah.
Go ahead, everybody, play your thing. I love this next scene because this kind of fighting in movies I appreciate so much because it's just the hold the shirt, wind up the fist, and go for a punch. And I just love these completely choreographed fake fights. And Doug McClure in almost every movie, he punches somebody in the face.
Yeah, because they go outside and then it just becomes a brawl because Johnny Eagle starts a fight with Vic Morrow. Vic Morrow gets some cheap shots in, and Doug McClure wants to stand up for Johnny Eagle. And they go, and Eric, you pointed out a few times this movie, the Foley work on the sound in this movie. So it's like just the slap, the slap punching sound. That's good, but it's just sort of continuous. It doesn't match up sometimes, even with the individual punches. It's just sort of layered over the melee that's going on in the front. And what I love is we cut to our truck bed where guy's getting busy with Peggy, and somebody hits the truck, so the truck shakes, and he opens the truck bed, the cab door, and he gets punched.
He gets punched in the face. Yep.
But he falls back into her. And I was sitting there, Eric, going like, there'd have to be, if I was in there with her, I think there would have to be explosions, I think, for me to, right? Like, I think there would have to be explosions for me to open up and go, hold on, I'm going to go check what's going on.
Yeah, for a horny guy, he gets distracted.
He got distracted really easily, I thought. And he gets punched right back into her. Yep. Right back into the
And everybody gets hit in the face because from this moment on in the movie, I think half of the cast has a black eye.
That's a black eye. They do. Everybody's. The sheriff might even too. I don't know.
Yep,
that sheriff. We haven't even talked about him yet. The sheriff.
No.
The most useless sheriff I've ever seen aside from Ben Affleck in Phantoms.
I forgot he was in the movie. He was age appropriate for a sheriff.
He was, and he has a sort of monotone drawl that seems ineffective. Right? Like, I don't know. I'm going to have to do this or see that or go
Where
there.
is this town again?
I think it's supposed to be I don't know. I think the actual place is in California.
But where is it? I don't know.
I don't think they told us where it's supposed to. I think maybe up the coast, maybe talking about the Northwest or something.
So not the East, because the accents are all over the place.
I love
it.
Yes.
Yeah. So the fight gets cleared up, right? So they're all no police involved in a way. Nobody gets arrested.
No.
Fun time in the 80s where you could they'd be like, all right, break it up. That's it. Nah, it's not like that anymore. But
and time is always weird here. Well, I guess now we're cutting to we cut immediately to sort of next day, and Vic Morrow's going up the river in a boat, and he's got on like all black. He's dressed like you. He's dressed like you with your black turtleneck, but he's got the watch cap on.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's going to set up demolition explosions or something.
Yeah.
But he's going up the river, and the Foley work is great. It's like
owl jump scare. Owl jump scare.
Owl jump scare
Yep,
with stock
100%.
footage, Eric, I might add. With stock footage that clearly doesn't match. And also I'm like, there are owls here on the river? Like
Yep. Owls and seagulls. So
yeah, owls, seagulls, birds chirping.
I want to
There's
point out
everything on the soundtrack.
This owl most likely has 2 legs. I like the seagull. So
he goes up, and the only reason that we have this scene is so that Vic Morrow can sneak up on Johnny Eagle's cabin, which is off the river.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love is Vic Morrow pulls up in the boat, and he has the rope for the boat, and he gets up and he's sort of slipping on the mud, and he doesn't really tie the boat off to anything. He just sort of, you can see he wants to just get the shot, and he just sort of drops it a little bit onto the ground, and it doesn't mean anything. It's just a funny little note.
He's a professional fisherman, and I think he's going there because he wants to. He's listening to what Johnny's plans are.
It's like something out of a Nickelodeon show, right, or a Disney kids show. He approaches from outside, and I don't think. Do we even cut to inside? I think we just hear the voices, right?
I think so, but
it's just all on the nose exposition. It's Johnny Eagle talking to people, I guess maybe from other in the Indian tribe. And he's saying that we need to get a lawyer and sue Canco so that it'll tie up the cannery for a long time.
Yeah, and Hank doesn't like that.
Vic Morrow's listening, and it's like, aha.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's so we need. I guess we need that in the movie. We needed this scene. This is where the movie would be a different movie because they'd probably be doing more about this rivalry and the cannery, but we just got this one little quick.
Yeah, and then it's weird because later Vic Morrow has to go and tell his henchmen what happened, right? But he just tells us everything that he just heard in that scene. It's one of those.
We don't need.
It's one of those awkward things, but it does, I guess, establish where Johnny Eagle lives up the river or something on this. It's really cool. This little river.
It's reminiscent of the bayou for some reason. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking, where is this place? Is it the bayou? I thought there was going to be Spanish moss hanging down. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to push you forward, but I'm going to because we have a beach scene.
That's next.
I love.
After that scene, we cut here. It's a beach scene, and it's introduced very oddly. Because we're now introduced to another woman from this fishing town. It's not Peggy. She's sitting there in a blue bathing suit. Yeah. And she's very attractive too.
But she's like best friend attractive. She's sort of I thought, this person is very important.
Right. Well, that's what I thought. Yeah. She does, if you think about it, she is in the grand scheme of things.
Yes.
But however, she's looking at Peggy and her boyfriend are over on a towel nearby, and her boyfriend is like all over her. Like, I mean, he can't keep his hands off of her, and all I'm thinking is this actor can't keep his hands off this actress, right? Like he must have been like, I don't even need to be paid for this movie. Like, I don't.
Right.
And
who knows? Maybe she was attracted to him. So in the defense of the sex horn dogs going on here is that she is also. She's like, oh, that's all you think about. And he's like, yeah.
No, they're all into it.
They're
but
into it.
It's framed in this weird way where there's another woman sitting on a chaise lounge reading a book right behind them.
Mm-hmm.
And she's uncomfortably just watching them.
That scene art, to me, I thought that went on for 2 minutes. I thought I was in a French foreign film movie. She's just looking at him like...
thing. That's what you're thinking. Like, it's just a weird... weirdly long. And then finally, Peggy on the towel there... It's like she notices her looking and is like, let's get out of here. But I think they know each other. I think they're
friends.
They're friends.
They went to the beach together.
But it was such an odd scene, Eric, because I'm like, the friend is, because the friend never breaks her gaze, never looks away, even when they leave.
Maybe they had something in high school. Who knows? I don't know.
Maybe. So, yeah. So
but they're running off to,
Peggy and Jerry go walking off. Yeah.
And, which I have to say, there's great shots of the beach. It's a very craggly, rocky beach.
It's not a leisurely walk.
No. They're going in the water. You can tell they're cold. She had sensible sneakers, I have to say.
They cut and they have almost like Chuck Taylors on, like the two of them.
And you can tell walking. Because the actors probably went, we're going to cut our feet to shreds doing what you want us to do. Yeah. And speaking of feet, there is a shot as they're passing. There's a Godzilla footprint in the sand.
That they don't notice at all.
They don't notice walking over a giant duck footprint.
I had in my notes, I was saying, if I walked by that gigantic footprint, webbed footprint, even at the least, wouldn't you be like, oh, did some kid make that? Or did they just walk right past it, but the camera zooms in on it?
Well, their thoughts were full, and his pants were probably full as well. Just full disclosure.
Yeah. So they're walking over rocks, but then we're cutting, like I said, this movie, they intercut. Because now we're cutting to the boat with the Canco president is out there. Dr. Drake, the Canco president, Jimbo McClure is out there. And so the Canco president is trying to reel in a fish. There's some big, heavy thing on the line that he's trying to reel in.
He's an older guy, so he's 60-something, right? And he's reeling in whatever it is. He's like, oh, it's a monster. He does this weird, it's a monster. Does
he remind you a little bit of Thurston Howell?
Yes.
Like from Gilligan's Island,
yes.
right?
Oh, love
Jim Backus.
It's a monster. But I thought it was kind of a good line, whether they meant to or not. I'm like, it is a monster, isn't it? Is it a monster? Ooh.
Yeah. And we're just getting a little bit of the idea here. Dr. Drake, she's got a big camera, huge lens on the camera. She's taking pictures, but she's very secretive. She's got this secretive vibe to everything she's doing. We're starting to realize that.
She says when she's taking pictures, she's like, well, did you get anything? Well, we won't know until the film's developed. But I think this is where you hear the monster noises, which I always love because one, the monster is underwater, right? So I guess it could be related to a dolphin, but they make this like noise. That's their it's underwater making that noise.
And then on land, though, when they're sneaking around the house earlier, it's like
they don't make on land. They're very stealthy when they want to be.
And then we're cutting back to the beach, Peggy and Jerry, and he scares her. He does the scare. He jumps up out of the water. Right?
Boyfriend jump scare. Beeping the sound, listening to too many sounds. It bothers me. Like I have a fan at night that we sleep with and it's on. And if the fan makes the slightest difference in noise, I hone in on it. So I'm always hearing noises. This one was they got it right out of some, like you said, they got footage. This is a sound bite, and he jumps up out of the water and he makes a jaguar noise. He actually, like Tarzan would. He's a mimic, John. John's a mimic. This guy goes, it was like a jaguar cut right out from some sound website. I laughed.
But she's like, and they're splashing each other with water, and it looks like kind of they're doing it too violently to each other because they're both kind of wincing.
Because they're freezing. That's why.
You're probably
they're
right.
freezing.
And then the camera's coming in. We're getting that underwater photography. I don't know that this one was the original director or cinematography, but the camera goes right into her butt.
Right to her butt. Yeah.
Her butt. And then we have, it's kind of gratuitous and unartful. Like he slides his hand down onto her butt cheek, the other guy, and kind of grabs her butt cheek.
You can just hear the director. You can hear Roger Corman going, all right, slide your hand there in her bathing suit. Get a grip. Get a good grip on it.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Right.
And then he gets yanked. He gets yanked under the water.
He gets yanked and pulled sort of backwards, sort of down under the water.
Yep.
And I think what they're trying to do is make us think, is he jump scaring her again? Or that's maybe what she's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And then she looks around and she sees him. He's faced away from her. Yep. And she goes over and she puts her hand. And this got me. This got me. When he turns around, that face, his face is like half ripped off with like a claw thing going diagonal across his face. And I was like, a pretty good job. I jumped. I winced when that happened.
Good face effects there, because it is, somebody who worked with Rob Botton was the effects guy in this. So it was really good. And you do see a glimpse. I think you see a glimpse of this creature, because the creature, I think we see the hand go, hit him in the face. So, and she takes off, right?
Yeah. So she takes off, but the thing grabs her and starts pulling her into the water. And see, I think this is the original director, because this is done really well. It's terrifying. And she's, it's the trailer moment that we remember from the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But she's pulling backwards, and she's got her hand grasping the sand, and the sand's pulling, right? But then, Eric, I imagine we cut to what the reshoots are, right?
Yes.
This is the reshoots.
Yes. And this one is actually, this scene's a little hard to watch, because now we see the creature, and I love these creatures, Art. I love the design. Some people said that they're too cheesy, but I love it. It's like the creature, the Black Lagoon, but mutated. And it meets Mars Attacks. They get like a brain head. They get a big, flat, fishy mouth. They get little teeth. They got super long arms, like extra
Some
long.
of them do. We'll get into it. Some of them seem to have those arms. Some don't. It's a different.
Yes, 3 of them, in fact.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's like a couple of different creatures.
They get a little tail and they get little spines. So for those of you who love creatures, these are really cool creatures. I don't think they look cheesy. I'd like your opinion right now.
My opinion right now. Okay, I'm gonna.
Don't
tell
close
you this.
your eyes. Don't try to make some shit up.
Okay, I'm not going to make some shit up. I wanted to start with like a little anecdote that I'm sure you know.
Okay, go ahead with your anecdote.
If you look at the deleted scenes from Alien, the movie Alien, there is a famous deleted scene where a guy in the xenomorph costume, who I guess was a really big, tall guy that they had that did it, he is on all fours doing a crab walk towards, I think, Sigourney Weaver. He scuttles across the floor towards her, and they cut it. They cut it from the movie. If you watch it, Eric, it's because it looks terrible. It looks like a guy in a suit. And
this is a guy
they cut it. Right. So my opinion on this movie is, I'm going to split the difference with you. The suit, the design is great. I like how they do these creatures, and I like that there's different ones, and I like a lot of it. I do think it just doesn't get away, especially here in these reshoots. We'll talk. This is clearly a reshoot, this shot where it's sort of taking her and throwing her down, kind of in a violent, you feel like you're in Straw Dogs or something, right?
It
like
is not, yeah, it's
right.
It's a rape scene. It's not.
But what that first shot, I think this would be the first time we're seeing it sort of out of the water and standing up. It's not so bad here, but I think the humans inhabiting those suits because it's a low budget movie, I think they're not, it looks like a human in a suit to me, which is okay because it's a campier movie that I'm watching, but I'm a little, I don't know that I would say this is great, but the suit is great. I will give you that. I like what they're doing.
Yes,
I just wonder if there was a better way that they would have been able to do some of this.
It was shot with no shadow at all. And
it's bright daylight. Yeah. And they do that a lot in this movie with these creatures.
You said about, you think it's an actor, the stunt man that was supposed to play these 3 characters, the monsters. And I say 3, remind me of that later. They said, no, they look too stupid. So the stuntmen wouldn't do it. So they had to hire other actors to do it.
Yeah. And this is where you get into things like, I don't know, I don't want to take us off track, but famously RoboCop, famously, right? They had a big problem with this massive suit that the guy had to wear, that Peter Weller had to wear. And they were struggling with it. They literally called in a famous mime performance artist from France who's all studied movement his whole life to come and work with Peter Weller to work with, how do we make this work? How do we make this suit and the movements that you would do with the suit work. And so here, I think what happened is the stuntmen were like, we're not wearing those and going around. And then they basically hired people that are not even like used to being on movie sets and said, attack things with these suits. That's my take on it. But it's a kind of a graphic, really. This is where we get into those reshoots that you said. Roger Corman
does a great job because
she is
really
terrified.
Like she's in panic, but that thing pulls her top off, and there's mud, and it's really a vicious scene. She's in like the seaweed, and it's really a nasty scene. And
it's like going on her neck, like as if it's but it's not biting her. It's
you can tell
clearly
it's not trying to kill her here.
No, which is important. Yeah. So this is where we cut from this to Vic Morrow informing his crew of Johnny Eagle's plans.
Yeah.
Like he's got a big shot attorney, city attorney, one of those minority lawyers. That's what he says.
Just in case you didn't know I was a racist at the beginning, I want to make sure you know now. He's got that look too. He's got a Vic Morrow like he's always like that.
And we got to stop him. And you're like, God, this is escalating very quickly.
Yeah.
Because it's clear that his we got to stop him is violence that he's saying. So, yeah.
It's funny. My next scene that I have is the tent scene. So I don't know what you saw in between the creature rape scene and the tent scene, but I just thought, there was something in between.
Just so you know, it's Vic Morrow telling his crew about Johnny Eagle's plan to hire a lawyer. And then also we get they return to the dock from the Canco fishing trip, Jimbo.
Oh.
And Johnny Eagle invites Jimbo's brother and his girl, who was the girl we saw at the beach, right? Peeping on Peggy and her boyfriend. He says, "Well, I got."
And she has a very attractive boyfriend.
Yes, yeah. But that's Vic. That's Jimbo. That's McClure's brother. He keeps referring to him as his brother in the movie.
And Doug McClure's 50. No,
and this guy looks like he's 19, 20? Surfer dude from California, right? Yeah.
Really? Yeah. The generation for this family is...
It's really weird. And we learn here, too, though, what we learn here that I think is important.
It's important. Otherwise, there's no story here, Art. It's very important.
We learned that Doug McClure he's for the cannery. But he's on Vic Morrow's side, but he doesn't like Vic Morrow. So I think his brother tells Johnny Eagle he just wants what's good for the town, and Johnny Eagle. I like this dialogue. He's like, I don't know that this is good for the town to do this. I don't know that it's good. He invites the two younger people over to his house because he got some steelheads that we can cook up. Because it's a fishing town.
Yeah, it's very exciting part of the movie. I'm so glad that you want to go over it in great detail.
I did want to just put out, so we know that these two young people and Johnny Eagle are going to be heading to Johnny Eagle's house up the river. We need because that's going to come later.
Yeah, they're going to, yes.
But then we cut.
Lawyer and her boyfriend.
We cut suddenly. I think it's supposed to be nighttime or dusk is starting to happen.
Yes.
Right?
There's a little tent on the beach. Clearly shot by somebody else.
Yes.
Both in it just I almost
the tent first of all is set up about 2 inches from where the surf is coming up. Like this is the tent is on a beach. So imagine on a beach where the surf comes in and, the water kind of creeps up, and the tent is probably 2 inches from that. You would never set a tent up ever like this.
Nope. Because right now what we're getting for the most part is a straightforward film. It's not a comedy or it doesn't have, and then from the tent, I think one of the first things you hear is, "Ooh, let me see it."
Yes.
I don't know if we should talk about this scene because...
Yeah. Oh, you can talk... Oh, Eric, how are we going to do this movie without talking about this scene?
I know, I mean...
When this scene started, I was saying to myself, Eric is going to... We're going to talk about this because I wanted to send you a screenshot from it.
Oh, my God.
So...
Yes, it's our have we been even introduced to this couple?
No, I don't even think we've seen him in the background because I think this is reshoots, Eric, that they did later, and they just picked these
said
people out.
We need boobs, a vagina, and we need a mannequin. We need a
ventriloquism dummy.
Ventriloquism dummy. We need that.
Yeah.
So that's what's in the tent. Is this guy's way to try to seduce women is with a ventriloquist dummy.
And so all the double entendres that you can imagine.
Oh, you don't have to imagine them. I'm going to say them for you.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Eric.
Okay. Here we go. Hey, honey. I'm the dummy. Hey, honey, you want to see my woodpecker? Ooh, will I get splinters? Don't worry, baby. I've been sanded. He brought a freaking dummy with him. Roger Corman must have thought this is going to be wicked funny.
And I was watching Eric. I think the actor might have actually. Was he actually a ventriloquist? Could he actually throw his voice? Because his lips weren't moving when the dummy was talking. And I was like, are they putting that in the soundtrack, or is that him actually doing this?
Yeah. Well, his lips weren't moving, but his mouth was open.
Okay.
So he was like this. So he either was a wicked professional or they did something. So
the odd part of this scene is she is completely into it. She is into this ventriloquism role play thing that's going on, you know. Hey, two heads are better than one.
Oh my gosh.
Said. There's so many. And so she's getting off. We should say she is taking everything off
naked.
In this.
She is
naked. This fully naked in this tent.
Yes, and full Corman. He hired a porn star for this one. She's like, no, I'll do it. I'll show you everything. He's like, will you?
Because I was like, wow, she does not seem. She has no inhibitions at all.
Nope.
This actress or this. Yeah.
She just
two's company, three's a crowd. He puts the ventriloquism down. He's like, two's company.
Say that line again.
He goes, two's company, three's a crowd, the guy says, and he puts the dummy down. And what's funny is this guy isn't a nerdy guy. He doesn't look like a nerdy, right? He just looks like another surfer guy.
But why they want TNA and gore, right? Mm-hmm. So they decided, we'll do it in this scene. But you know, it'd be really cool.
Yeah.
If we had a ventriloquist dummy in the scene too, that would be cool. Now, this is somebody's sick perversion on the big screen.
And full disclosure, I watched a documentary, a making of documentary. Did you watch that?
Oh no.
There's a making of that's only 22 minutes long.
Ooh.
But they didn't go into detail on that. I was expecting them to go into detail on that particular scene, and I don't
think you were expecting them to, Art. I think that was your desire. You wanted to see more of that scene.
No, it's more of I wanted to know the genesis of who first brought up having a ventriloquism dummy.
You know what would be fun is somebody said, and then they're like, yeah, let's do it. We still get to see her, all of her bits, right? Yeah, all of her bits. We could throw some sex jokes in there.
Yeah, and then it comes through the tent, right? They get attacked, and he gets a big claw across the back.
It takes a big chunk out of his back. Looks really good. It's great effect. So they wanted gore. They got it. What I love about these monsters is they are very stealthy, but they've got like freaking meat hook hands or something. Anytime they attack somebody, they're like with their hand and just big.
Yeah, it always leaves like this really deep gash with blood coming out of it.
Yeah,
then she gets out of the tent. She runs, and so we're seeing her run away from the tent. And then the thing though is it's a little darker now, but it's like wrecking the tent.
Yep.
Behind her.
Well, you know why?
What's that?
We can see her running completely naked. That's
why.
Yes,
completely naked, which happens a lot in this movie.
Moment.
Yeah.
It's a Jennifer Lawrence moment. God bless you, Jennifer Lawrence. Good for you.
What are you referencing?
Oh.
With what?
Jennifer Lawrence moment?
Yeah.
Have you not seen that movie?
Which one?
Where she is supposed to have sex with this teenage kid, or the parents pay her to do it.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah.
What? How are you?
No, I actually like that. No hard feelings.
Yes,
On the
it's
beach. Yes. Yes. And she went for it, man. And that was
She
her. And
Yep.
she,
Yep.
yeah, she
Same
had a
with
fight
this
on the
one, but
beach.
Jennifer Lawrence, not a porn star. I
No,
will point out.
no. So she runs and then she gets it from the creature.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's a rape scene. Another rape
Once
scene.
again,
Mhm.
this is what, and we should be clear, like we said at the beginning, this is what Roger Corman wanted. He added these scenes into the movie. When I watched that making of documentary, they had on the editor of the movie who said that Roger Corman and him decided we're going to cut the movie that the original director made down to as tight as we can get it. Then figure out where we can possibly add in these scenes as we go along. That was what Roger Corman said. Because when Roger Corman watched it in this interview, he said, I watched it and it was directed very well and she did great. And he said, whenever the creatures killed a man, all the, like we're talking about, all the cuts and all the he was like, I was more than happy with all of that. He said, but whenever it was an attack on a woman, this is what Roger Corman said, she did it much more stylistically, like a shadow on the rocks or something like you wouldn't see what was happening to the women. That's what he said. And so he was like, we got to go back and redo
I'm wondering
this.
what happened to the ventriloquist dummy. It's probably still on the beach.
It ended up in Magic with Anthony Hopkins.
Hey,
It went on to another.
Beach.
It went on to a whole career.
Right.
Yeah.
I got sand in my wood.
Yeah. So we're going to cut from this right up to Johnny Eagle's place.
Oh, yes.
He's going up there. They're going to cook up those steelheads because she makes a great cornbread.
She makes a great cornbread. And, she the voyeuristic friend there with her boyfriend. Right.
Yep. And we get to see the nice shot. We see this a couple of times with the head rising up out of the water because they're up there in the cabin.
Yes.
It's Johnny Eagle's cabin and it's down, he's got a dock and you got to kind of go up the stairs to his place.
Yeah.
And she's out there pumping water. I guess Johnny Eagle,
this is where it looks like the
water.
bayou. But what you said about the creatures, though, I think that's an interesting too, is they're like serial killers almost, where they're sneaking. They're little brain heads. They're like the shark fins almost. They get just the brain head. That's a weird way to come out of the water, is expose your most sensitive part.
Yeah. Because it like raises up. So it's a good shot. I like it. And they do it again later in the movie. Yep. But then we see Vic Morrow's guys are heading up the river, and there's some dialogue here. One of the guys not sure about this, what they're going to do. And they're heading up, I guess, to take revenge on Johnny Eagle. And one of the guys says, I don't like this. And a guy turns around and goes, shut up, Susan.
Why?
I thought he said, shut up, Susan. And so I put on the captions, and it does say, shut up, Susan on the captions. So
Susan.
I don't know.
It's a fishy term. Don't be such a Susan. That's what it is. Right? It's a fishy term. Shut up, Susan.
And Erik, they're serious here about getting Johnny Eagle because
they want to kill him.
They have a Molotov cocktail.
Yeah.
And I will say, this movie's explosions, they did not skimp on the explosions.
It's that gasoline. It's that small town gasoline. I'm telling you.
They throw a Molotov cocktail, Vic Morrow, up to Johnny Eagle's place, and it blows up a couple of times, right? Boom, boom, boom. It lights up other things.
You know what I think, Art? It was the cornbread that's very it's very explosive. It's got a lot of elements in there. Cornbread just goes up like that. Whoa!
Yeah, and there's real fire going on around them. This is not special. This is not visual effects or something. The actors are acting in this. So she takes off, the woman, they say, get in the car and take off. So she takes off in the pickup truck while they're trying to fight the fire.
Yep.
And so
the boyfriend's out of the docks and he gets attacked by the creatures. What I love about this attack, he's got a rifle. So he ends up using the rifle, the butt end in the water. You were in the service. You know how the best way to get at something in the waters with the butt end of your rifle. But this creature takes his head, and you probably noticed this too. It seemed like they just kept doing the same shot over, like ba-dam, ba-dam, ba-dam. Yeah, and Corman's probably like, no, make sure I really want to see that head hit the dock.
Because it also made me think, like, these creatures, what are they? What exactly? Because it looks like something you'd see in a movie where a gang member does that to somebody's head, or a corrupt policeman or something. Not a amphibious humanoid creature is gonna whack your head 10 times on the dock. It just didn't seem like something a creature would do. But that attack and him in the water and him trying to come out of the water and it pulls him back in, tries to come out of the water and pulls him back in. It's kind of thrilling and gripping, and you're waiting to see. But also, it goes on for a while.
Johnny Eagle actually says today he shoots the creatures.
Yes.
And there's more. This is where we see there's more than one creature because there's two of them that we saw. And I thought the guy was dead, but he's not.
Yeah. He's not. Tommy, I guess, is his name. We find that out, but he's not dead. And I think also at this point in the movie, Eric, you'd be wondering, so Johnny Eagle shoots it, but is it dead? Or did it just go under the water? Or
they did. I marked.
Oh, that's right.
Dead.
Yeah. So in these things, like we always talk about when we watch these movies, what are the rules here?
Yeah.
Sometimes it seems like they got to shoot these things a lot to take them down. Like they're really.
See, when the movie I watched, I thought when they shoot them, they just get a couple bullets, they're dead. And also they have a big problem is their brains. Their big brain. Yeah. Check out the big brain on Brad.
Yeah. So he saves him. And then, the truck. So the girl's still driving in the pickup truck. Yep. And I guess there was one on the roof or one in the back and it's climbed up on the roof.
They are that typical serial killers. One of them's in the back of the truck. And this is a pickup truck jump scare. Ding, 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 ding. Another jump scare. Love it.
And I have to say, Eric, it's that movie thing where I'm like, this truck has the brightest dashboard lights I have ever seen.
Yep.
When we first cut to the truck and she's driving, it's the whole I'm like, how could you even see? Because they have to make it lit up so we can see her in the dark. Yep. And a big hand comes down and cracks the windshield.
Well, she runs over one of them.
She stops short. Yep. And celery crunching sound effect when she rolls over him very slowly too. I like that. She like goes and on the soundtrack you hear it go.
Yep.
Like she goes over.
She's safe, right? Oh no.
Because we see the shadow behind her in the pickup bed. Yep. So I guess there were two of them, or was that the same one? And it got two of them. It's two of them. And so it comes through that back, and it's a whole struggle.
Yeah, she gets hit in the face. It's like, wow.
Yeah, and she's driving, and you're realizing, oh my God, the car's swerving. It's a well done sequence. Yep. And then she's going over a bridge, and
she's going over a bridge.
She goes over the edge of the bridge, and
her entire pickup truck in the back, one humanoid, and about 500 gallons of gas, apparently.
And also, Eric, I don't know if you noticed this. I had to watch it twice. The pickup truck goes off this bridge, and when it goes, I think it's a different bridge, because when the pickup truck goes off and it hits, it's going into water. You see the literal splashes, and then it cuts to a pickup truck falling onto a dry riverbed, and that's when it explodes. Well, it's really weird. So I'm like,
living in a seafaring town myself, tides. We have big tides here, so maybe the tide went out really quickly.
Just as it was about to hit.
Just tide going out.
But it is a fantastic explosion.
Oh my God.
Of that truck. Once again, truck just goes up. So she's gone. She doesn't survive. Yeah. Probably best because she avoids the fate of a lot of women in this movie.
Yeah, and she's introduced. She is a character in the movie, but we don't get. All we know about her is she likes to watch people having sex, and she makes great cornbread. That's it. That's all we know. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Oh, do you though? Do you know what I'm saying, Art?
Then we're cutting to next morning. It's daylight out again. And Dr. Drake there, she's going over. She wants to rent from a guy who has like a French mime cap on or something.
This is the guy. Yes. He's
okay.
got a beret on. He's got to be in his 70s. He's got quite a nose on him.
And he sounds like he's from like Brooklyn or something. Like, yeah.
This has got to be Roger Corman's friend. I don't know who this is. It's somebody's friend, but all I have is, who is this guy with the beret?
And he's the guy who rents boats. That's his.
When he's not drinking cappuccinos in France. When he's not.
It was such an odd character. Yeah.
In oils. What was.
He's like, I wouldn't. I don't know about renting a boat today.
Right. I thought he was in a Woody Allen movie or something.
Exactly.
Like, right?
Exactly. He would have been, yeah.
Listen, there's no boats. Forget it. I don't know what we're doing over here.
That's what it sounded
right?
like, yeah. And so, yeah, she goes over. There's a whole bunch of cluster of people over there, and they're talking about how the car went off the bridge, and it was Johnny Eagle's car.
Yep.
They're all, yeah. None of this matters, but
none of it matters.
But Johnny Eagle comes up to the dock with Tommy.
Yep.
On there. Yeah.
You got some explaining to do, Johnny.
Yeah. Yeah. So now,
we don't know he's got explaining to do because he's got a half dead brother.
I know. So yeah, the sheriff in his monotone is saying that he's got a lot of explain. The sheriff never gets excited too much.
No, he doesn't.
We'll talk about it even in the grand finale of this movie. He never really gets too excited. This is where we
know that the doctor, the scientist, knows something that we don't.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
So they want to go out looking for it.
Yes.
They want to go out looking for what? They
One
don't
of my
know.
Favorite scenes.
The creatures. Yeah. So
yeah, there's like little there's caves.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
in case we didn't know they were caves, they're telling us, hey, look, there's caves there. In case
what are those caves over there? She says. And
what are those?
Caves. But she's out there, Eric, and what she's doing is trying to do a sketch. She's asking Johnny Eagle what he saw, and she's doing a sketch of it. And then he says something about the size of the head, and she lets slip. Suddenly she says something like, ooh, that means that they've increased in size.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we know that she knows about these critters. The drawing was very good too. I thought she did a good job.
Yeah, and they see caves.
They see the caves, Art.
They see the caves.
Are they?
We're
caves?
like the movie now. There are caves.
They're caves.
Eric, did you know they're caves?
There are caves. Might be something in them.
Mm-hmm. They go over to the caves, but it's not really caves.
No, because
they're cutouts in the rock that lead to other beaches, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. So,
but they do they make a discovery.
Yes, it's. Would you say, Eric, it's like their area or their nesting area or where these creatures are?
The way I'm seeing this is that this is a birthing area. Mm-hmm. And they're all, it's like they're all rolling around and they're making those noises.
Yeah, because when we first see them, she says something weird. She goes, there's your evidence. And then we first see them through her photography, which I thought was cool. Yeah. One of them's in like a big mass of sticky seaweed. And we're getting the freeze frame as if she's taking the pictures. Yeah.
Those clicks.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course they pull up their rifles, Johnny and Jimbo, and she's telling them not to shoot. Don't shoot yet.
Yeah, don't shoot.
Why?
Because they're an experiment. Because that's why she wants one. But they start coming after them and they got to.
And then she says, shoot now.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot, some of them have long arms because this is all in daylight. We're seeing this all pretty clear daylight. Some of them have long arms. It's sort of like, we've done it in some shows, right? With
extended forearm,
extended long forearms, but it's done pretty well. They look like, but some of them don't. Some of them are more hunched and little, almost like Godzuki or something, or like some of the creatures from like Land of the Lost or something like that. But so Johnny gets pulled out into the water. One of them is really going to town, like you said. It's sort of like clawing Johnny Eagle, and Doug McClure saves him, and then he has to save the doctor. She's being attacked. So there's a lot of them in here. But you were saying, I think they only had 3 costumes, actually, right? 3 monsters.
The fact is that they only had the budget for 3 really good costumes and then a bunch of crappy ones. So whenever you see a creature in its full form, all of it, it's one of those 3.
One of the three. Yeah.
But otherwise,
And-
they had pieces of costumes and things like that.
Yeah. And so after they sort of dispatch some of these, they're shooting them and there's blood they shoot them and the blood comes out of their stomach area
Probably
or
another
something.
Corman thing, because whenever they get shot, blood goes, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
But they make another discovery.
Yes. And it's Peggy. It's Peggy who we saw dragged off in the first sort of human kill that we got here, aside from the little boy in the boat. But she's covered with seaweed.
Yep.
Just her face is sort of poking out. It's kind of eerie and icky. And then they have to pull the seaweed down just strategically enough to see her breast.
Yep. Because we haven't seen those enough. They wanted to make sure we knew that.
But she's kind of them. It's not sexy. She's kind of blue.
Yeah. This is where it would have been appropriate. Maybe this was the original director, because it wasn't look at my boobs. They were just pulling it apart. And this is where you realize, maybe she's being raped. Or they're
not killing the women. Like we start to get an idea of they didn't kill Peggy. They're keeping her.
They're looking for dates.
Yeah.
They're looking for companionship.
And then, don't we get they're like, we got to take Peggy, and then we get one last scare. A creature, I think, jumps up and they have to dispose of that creature. We kind of get that, one last one, right?
Yeah, I think I put dead monster jump scare when they go to the lab. It's dead monster jump scare.
That's what it is. Okay.
Dead monster.
I have in my notes jump scare.
Yeah.
But it was we get this nice tracking shot. It's very of the lab. So we're seeing different creatures in the formaldehyde. And then, like you said, it got me. It was like, blah, they lay the creature on the lab table, and it's got goo coming out of its mouth when it hits the lab table, and it looks good. It looks really good when it does that.
Look good.
Yeah.
So in this, not the hustle, I guess the science lab or whatever. What is with the delivery lines in this dialogue?
Yes. Okay.
Look at the
First
evidence.
of all,
it's right in front of you stupid ass.
We're going to get a lot of exposition now because they've kept secret from us the whole time. Well, because is it Edwards? Is the other guy from
Dr.
Camco?
Edwards, yeah.
This is the guy that she was dancing with at the dance that was like 2 feet shorter than her.
Yeah, she don't like him. She
doesn't like him. No. And it's really weird because he says, we'll just have to tell Camco about this. We'll have to tell but his lines, Eric, were dubbed, right? They were clearly ADR'd. He sounded like it. This wasn't going on then. He sounded like he was an AI. It was very odd. And like you said, and then she is overdoing it with how intense this is.
Yeah.
And it's a very odd scene. And then we cut to get some frog porn right away, right?
A lot of frog porn, yeah.
It cuts to 2 frogs doing it. We're watching some genetic. Oh, this is the thing I wanted to say. She says to Edwards, the doctor. So doctor says to Edwards, she says, go and get the Gene 256 film. And he's like, his reaction is like, the Gene 2. He doesn't say it, but like, really? And she's like, we need to show it to them. And he goes to the door and he does a little other take back. Like
he does.
He leaves the door. And I was like, I thought I
was watching a Muppet movie.
Yes. He was. Yeah.
He's like, yeah. But this is where they do the exposition. So
my gosh.
We know that they injected salmon to make them big. And then the fish, it's that mystic fish that everybody keeps freaking talking about. I'm so sick of. Was it the coelacanth or the hippogriff? Some fish ate the salmon, and now they just genetically transformed into these new creatures.
Yeah, and I think the idea is this gene thing that they're injecting these salmon with. It's still supposed to still be in the experimental stage.
Yeah,
but it got out. It got out.
Like Piranha.
Yeah, just like in Piranha. But I think the idea is it's moving fast. It's evolutionarily it goes really fast. So suddenly the salmon have developed into these humanoids. Very quickly.
No. It's the salmon they injected the salmon,
Yes.
but these other fish ate the salmon, and
Right.
those are the ones that grew. But what I
Right.
love is this little black and white. I think they made it just for the movie, but those little things moving around in test tubes, like beep, beep, beep,
Yes.
beep. I kind of enjoyed that, even though I knew it was so weird that I liked it.
Yeah, and so it's a whole scientific cover up, and she said that their drive to continue the evolution has made them now realize they need to mate with human females.
Yes.
And that's
And
so
we don't know how smart they are, but they certainly have big ass brains.
that's correct. Yeah, they're big ass brains. And I wanted to see in this, I don't know if you ever watch Law and Order SVU. On Law and Order SVU, they're always, all of a sudden, they're dealing with some sort of weird, twisted, sexual, deviant criminal, and they'll call in like the psychiatrist who assists them, and he'll go, "Oh, this is Ohen Larry da la 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 la." It's where men like dolls, and they like to have sex with dolls, and it's almost like a trope. You can look it up. Ice-T, is on that show as like a detective, and he's always sitting there, and you always cut to him going like, "Oh,"
like, yo,
it
that's
always
gross.
cuts to him going like, "Yeah." So in this scene, I just wanted them to turn the camera, and Ice-T would be there when they're like,
"Oh, that would be a fun." Yeah, we should do that,
right? So then so now they're learning all about this, and all of a sudden, Johnny Eagle goes, "The festival." Doug McClure goes, "Oh my God.
It's the Salmon Festival
is going on." So we cut to the Salmon Festival with a lot of production value, Eric.
Typical festival. A big school band.
And is that the actual song? It might actually be what they're... Oh, it is.
Yep,
okay.
Stuck in my head.
Right. Yeah. So we're now at the festival. Lot of extras. There's carnival rides. And I was like, wow, they're putting a lot into this. There's a lot of people here.
Yeah, it is a big festival. Yep.
And then this is what I thought you were going to do we meet somebody there that I thought you were going to do for your intro this week when you do your intro.
Oh,
yeah. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I blew my whole intro because I was freaking cold. That's why.
Yeah. But I thought this was where you were going to go. Our radio host.
Oh,
who jumps in
God.
Here. Yes.
I did have him as another one where they're not at that festival. They just set up this tent with the radio talk show guy and the Salmon Queen.
Salmon Queen, who was in the documentary I saw.
Oh.
She was in the documentary, a very nice woman, and she had a great time doing this movie. She does not look back on it as she just had a lovely time. And so we're interviewed to Madman Mike Michaels.
Hey, this is Madman Mike Michaels. Yeah,
KFSH. Fish, K-Fish.
Oh, because it's a fishing town.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, it's a fishing town.
They had to name it.
I forgot.
K-Fish.
Yeah.
K-Fish. Yeah.
And he's on there sort of narrating, "We're here at the Salmon Festival, and I'm here with this salmon. He says salmon.
Probably
he pronounces it really weird.
Probably
he goes, "I'm here with Salmon Queen."
And she's like
and
waving.
She's got the sash on. She's got her bikini and a sash.
She's got her Heather Locklear bikini on. She's got her Christy Brinkley bikini. There's not much in that bikini. And this guy, the roller skate. What do you catch up to the roller skater? He's like, give her a slap on the ass and you get a free cap or something.
Yes. He calls her my rolling billboard.
Oh my gosh.
My rolling billboard. This is a woman on roller skates. We're going to get to her later. He's like, she'll be rolling around the dock. So come up and give her a slap on the ass and you'll get a free coupon or something.
Yeah.
And he's got that radio voice, right, Eric? He does have that voice.
He does.
Of a radio guy. And he's got the patter down. I wonder if it is some sort of local DJ or comedian that they got. And I was going to ask you, I imagine he was just improvising everything he was saying, right? On here.
Probably, because one of the things he's like, hey, I can't talk for too long. I may have my hands full. And he goes over to Salmon Queen, and he flicks her sash back, and she's like oblivious. She's loving it.
Yes.
I'm like, wow. Another one of those moments where it's like the mannequin, the dummy. It just goes back to this weird sexist bit that they're doing.
Yeah, and then and also our band is back, Eric.
Yep.
The band from earlier, and I love the woman playing the piano. And the mayor comes up and he's like, "Hey, why don't you play something a little more up, like Tara Boom Die or something?"
Oh, we're just
and
we're not in the mood. Oh, we want.
She goes, "We're not in the mood." But they do. They pump it up a little bit, and people start dancing.
Step it up,
right? And then here's where also, Eric, we're cutting back. We're doing a lot of cutting back.
Yep.
So we cut back to Carol, McClure's wife, is at home with the baby.
Yep.
And we're realizing we're getting those outside POV shots of the house.
So,
and we're realizing something's around their house because she's home alone.
Yeah.
With the baby. Yeah.
And we didn't see her much now. We weren't getting much her, but now
she kind of exited the movie.
Yep.
And so that we're getting shots back there.
The humanoids from the deep. You can see their heads are starting to make their way over to the.
Mm-hmm.
It's that shark fin, except it's a brain.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a really nice one where one of them picks their head up out of the water, and you got all the carnival lights on the dock behind it.
Yep.
And it's that nighttime shot.
Yep.
It's really good, actually.
Yep.
I was really liking all of that. And K-Fish guy he goes. This point, I just had to rate this note. He goes, "And I'm the voice, K-Fish, the voice of no. That's right."
Yeah, he did do that. It's such a weird.
That's where I'm like, this guy is just improvising here.
Yeah. And then this is where I think who brings the dead creature? They have it in a body bag.
Jimbo and the doctor are coming into the dock, and so people are like, "Hey, what's going on?" And they drop the guy. Right, the
monster,
the humanoid. Yep. They unzip the body bag.
Yep. But just like any disaster movie, it's too late because that's when the creatures decide to very dramatically attack.
I didn't expect it. They come up right through the floorboards, right under the people that are talking down at the edge of the dock. They come right up. Crunch, it comes up, and this is mayhem just starts. Yeah. This is mayhem. There's a lot happens here.
And this is right near the end of the movie. They think there's like 10 minutes.
No, it isn't. It's actually, right? I think there's like 20 minutes of the movie left.
Yeah. Because they start tearing a hole in that festival.
Yeah, and I love it. The doctor immediately throws a shotgun to Johnny Eagle.
Thank goodness for Johnny Eagle.
He shoots the one that comes up out of the dock.
Yep. Yeah, Johnny Eagle's really good with it. Thank goodness for him.
And so these things are popping up. We cut immediately. One of the shots I liked, I told you, our rolling billboard, the girl on the roller skates, we see her feet. And then like the creature's feet, and it just sort of swoops her up off her feet, and then she starts getting attacked.
Yeah,
and it seems like these things are like hunting down women, and just with the men, it just kills them.
Yep,
swipes at them. But if it's a woman, they go right for attacking them as if they're going to rape them.
But this one, I don't think he wanted to rape the roller girl. I just think he wanted the free visor. So
that's
he got it.
Yes.
Where's my visor?
So we're starting to see these different creatures, and they're on the dock, and it is a little funny, Eric, because the extras are all running in different directions around one of them sometimes. So one of them will just be standing there, sort of going like this,
I'll do it for you.
Not really attacking. Yeah. Yeah, Erik is just sort of moving a little bit, and then imagine. and then all these people are running around it, so it's not even attacking anybody. But then one of them, it cuts below, I love this, is shaking the piling for the dock, but clearly they're shaking the camera a little bit, because I'm sure this thing can't actually, the actor can't actually move a dock piling, so they have to shake the camera a bit, and it's going like
And this is where you wonder how smart they are, because they know that this is a supporting pole.
Yeah,
which
they're getting smart.
They have to be wicked strong, because that thing's embedded in the ground. But yeah, they take the dock apart and it falls down.
Yeah, and so people are sliding down the dock into the water, and the creatures are in the water, sort of grabbing them.
Yep.
And then we cut back to a Roger Corman special here. Actually, I don't know if this was I guess this was, but we cut back to the house where Carol is.
Oh,
like we said.
Yes.
And we're in the house, and the camera's moving. The camera's moving, and we're hearing on the radio, right? Madman Michaels is on the radio. I love this line, Eric. He goes, and this is, it's Mayhem here. It's Madman Michaels live, if I'm lucky. So I did like that line. And so we cut to Carol taking a shower.
She's taking
behind a shower curtain.
Two interesting things that I noticed about this.
Okay.
One is the creature. You get a shot of the creature. I think it's a sliding glass window looking in. And this creature is a little overweight. This one creature, I'm like, wow, he's really developing. He looks like he drank like a few beers. Really kind of portly little creature there. Yeah, most of them are in good shape. This guy's like, oh.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, and we just see her silhouette behind the shower curtain. And this is very clearly in the documentary. They went over this.
Oh, they did?
This was done without the actress's knowledge. This was something that they cut in later.
Yep.
And it's not her behind that shower curtain. And she did not see it until she saw the movie. And now she was furious at the time. And now she's okay with it. Because she just is like, well, the woman had a better bust than I did. So that's what the way she does now. She talks about it now. She's in the documentary.
She has regular size breasts but when she's in the shower, it's like she's holding two water balloons.
Yes. The silhouette is
funny.
As this actress who plays Carol said in the documentary, she said, I'm looking at it the first time she seen the movie. She's like, is that supposed to be me? It's like this rockin' bod in the shower. And so this was something that was inserted to make it more, to hype up the sexiness. And then they cut back to the dock, and in front of the K-Fish booth, a guy gets grabbed and they ripped across the throat, and we get arterial spray just all over. This starts to happen a lot now. We're seeing them when they attack people. They cut sort of the neck, and we get the spray of blood out of people's neck.
They do that meat claw thing with a boom and pull off a big chunk.
And you see the blood. And so it. Yeah.
I think, is this with the time they pull one guy's head off?
Yes, this is it. Yeah,
they
right here.
His head off.
Yeah, and one of them's hold it. Then they hold the head. Yeah,
yeah.
It's kind of edited weird, that shot, Eric. It's like a creature has him gripped around the waist, and they show that shot, but then they show it cutting his throat. But I don't know. I think there must be two of them attacking this guy, because it's all cut together kind of weird.
Well,
and this is also where Jim and Carol, Jim and the doctor are out on the boat.
Yes.
And Jim this is a brilliant plan. This is the plan that's going to save them all, right?
Yeah.
The plan.
Brilliant plan. They're like, what we'll do is we'll just take a gasoline hose and just put gas all over the top of the water. And then we're going to light it on fire. That'll do it.
What will that
do besides catch the boats on fire or the dock? What's going on here?
Because, Eric, they're in a boat on that water.
They're in a boat, and they're spraying it off the boat. So
right.
Don't know what's going on there.
So they're spraying Harbor with gas, and he says, this'll do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, while we're there, I guess the idea, which I didn't have any clue, I don't even remember hearing them say it, was that the creatures would, instead of going down further in the water, they would come out of the water because it's on fire, and they can't last very long on land.
Huh.
Even though their nest area is on land.
Was on land. Right. Yeah. I couldn't quite figure out this whole plan too.
Fire.
But
They love
we're
fire.
really just here to see. Yeah.
They love fire in this movie art. That's
and then we get this great. I love this, Eric. The carousel
Me
shot.
too.
The carousel.
Me
yeah,
too.
it's great. The way that they construct it. Yeah,
I love it. It's what is it? There's the creatures coming after somebody in the carousel, right?
So we're seeing moments as the carousel's swinging by, right? So the first time it goes by, there's a guy, and then the creature's sort of back behind, right? And then it goes by, and the creature's a little closer, right? And then it's like every time the carousel goes by, we're seeing like another a scene in this little kill
like it
here.
don't, and it finally gets them. But I just think it doesn't fit with the movie, but it's just a fun. I do like the carousel scene.
It was a great idea, and then it finally cuts, and the guy's just all his throat ripped out,
He's
and
gone.
He's going around on the carousel. So I did like that little thing, and then
And then what?
And now then they're attacking the K-Fish booth.
Yep.
The K-Fish booth. They've been safe for now, sitting in their booth, just broadcasting, and now it's coming towards them. It's coming towards the K-Fish.
Now, why do neither of them run away?
I don't know. Are they on the edge of the dock? Is the K-Fish booth set up on the edge of the dock? That I couldn't understand, because she sort of gets pushed into like a back area, like it comes in and Madman Mike gets it right across the chest.
Yeah, he's done. They take a honking piece out of his chest. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bloody.
Chomp.
Like it ripped right through his Hawaiian shirt, his very colorful shirt.
And he's not very good at fending off the creatures, but the Salmon Queen.
Yeah, Salmon Queen. So the thing's got the Salmon Queen cornered.
Yep.
She's going back, and this is what you said. The geography of it's really weird.
Well, because
suddenly she has access to rocks. She has access to a rock.
Yep.
And she's at this point, Salmon Queen. It's like snatched away her top. Right.
Fun fact about the humanoids of the deep or from the deep is they know how to take a top off. They're like it's like a high school kid. Senior high school, you're like, ding. They know how to take that top off.
Yeah.
It's very important. It must be part of the ritual. It's top off.
Right.
Yeah.
So the Salmon Queen gets the top taken off, and then she grabs a rock and slams it into the humanoid's head. Mm-hmm. The brain is, like Erik mentioned earlier, the brain is all exposed on these things. It's kind of a weird evolutionary design.
Well, they grew up
too
fast, Art.
They did grow. You're right. That's a good point.
Yep.
And she gets it in a blood sort of squirts out of its head. And then she gets it with another one.
Yep.
Another rock in the head. Yeah.
She lives and she runs away.
I didn't expect that. Yeah.
She runs. She and her two friends run away. Oh my gosh.
Right into the camera, I should say. Right into the camera. And like I said, if you watch that documentary, they have this actress on there, and she just she had a great time, and I think she looks at it as nothing but a fun thing that she did when she was younger.
I think,
and I did like that she gets to live. Yeah, I'm like, that's great.
And her first role in her first nude scene. I know, only nude scene, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And now we cut back to Carol at the house. This is where the shower scene is clearly inserted. Her hair is done there. It does not look like she took a shower at all. At all. Or it's not like her hair is wet or anything. Mm-hmm. And she comes out, into the house, and now she's got the baby. It's like we're picking up. Yes. Yeah.
And is it me or is their house, when she's deadbolting and locking the door because she knows they're trying to get in, it looked like a fortress. What was with that door?
It was like a medieval castle.
Yes. She's got like the sliding wooden thing and the locks. Like, wow, they really must have a couple of
pegs.
Crime.
Yeah.
There's pegs. She's got a moat outside.
Yes.
Still in the moat.
It is kind of shot well because we keep seeing like in the windows and things, the way she's moving around and the angles I kind of liked. But then we're going to cut back to the mayhem that's going on. And this is where we're first seeing the fires start to happen. I was going to ask you, it looked like a little kid threw something at one of them and it caught on fire. What was it? I rewound it and tried to see what the kid was doing. It's like a little kid threw something. I didn't know if it was on fire, but one of these, the creatures caught on fire. And so it's flaming on the dock. The creature is sort of flaming.
That was a stunt person. So that was cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And it looks good because he's in that costume and the flames are up his back and he's standing there sort of silhouetted in those flames.
That was a really good shot.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now we're going to start to get a lot of creatures on fire. They light the harbor, right? Yep. They shoot a flare into the harbor, light it on fire.
Yep.
And now we're going to get fire all over the place, creatures on fire. And Vic Morrow gets to have a little redemption here.
Yes.
Little redemption scene.
Yep. He's trying to, there's a little girl that falls and the creature's coming after her. It's that dock that's the broken dock thing. Reminds me of the Titanic for some reason. But he saves the girl, but then the creature hacks him in the leg. He's like, oh! And who comes to his rescue?
Johnny Eagle.
Arch enemy. Johnny Eagle's like, he shoots the creature, and then he holds out his hand. Vic Morrow's like, ah! Like,
yeah, I love that Vic Morrow pauses. Yeah. Oh. There's like a pause. Yeah. I was like, okay, I want this to be a redemption, but I don't like that you paused. As if, do I want to grab the Native American's hand and live? Or do I want to fall down and be torn to pieces by humanoids?
To spite him. Yeah.
Such a tough choice for a racist.
Yep. So, but this is where the humans are starting to get the upper hand. And you realize that if you, they're like zombies. If you bash them in the head, they'll go down. So there's one where they circle one of them and they're all like a mob.
What? One guy just like yanks a 2x4 off the side of one of these booths and it's got a nail in it.
Yep.
And he hits the thing. Yep. So yeah, now the creatures are, the tide's turning.
Oh,
which did. Oh, nice.
The tide. Are you from a seafaring town? The tide's turning. Aye, by the watch of the seagull. Yeah. And this is the only point where they get the three good costumes together. So there is a shot where there's three of them in one shot. And that's as many as they could do. So they really did a good job of making you think there's, I don't know, dozens of these things.
Yeah.
But really there's three good ones. And all three of them are doing all the work.
Yeah, and the extras are actually doing a good work at running around, being the crowd and screaming and things like that. And also, I should say it's pretty good. We're joking about the plan, but the fire looks pretty good on that harbor there. It's bright and looks good. It's very contained. You can tell it's very contained to a very specific point in the harbor, because we should say it's in the middle of docks and there's actual boats. So I am sure they had to be very careful about the fire lighting things on fire.
It reminded me of the Waterworld show.
Oh,
contained fire in the water. But it's a great effect. I like it. And I guess they fend them off. So all the creatures are dead? We don't know.
Because I read somewhere afterwards, and I think this is what you said earlier, is the plan is if they light it on fire in the water, they can't go back to the water. But I'm like, there's plenty of area there for them to go back to the water. So yeah, I didn't.
But you do see
quite understand.
One of them gets shot and goes in the water.
Yes.
So it's like, why are they showing us that? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, we cut back to the house because now we're gonna cut back to the house because Carol's at the house and the things are now starting to broach in. They're breaking windows, coming in.
Broach in. Is that a term? They broach in. They broach.
I don't think it is.
I think it should be. They broach.
It should be. So they coming in through the windows. Is there two of them that she's dealing with? Is there two?
Yeah,
there's two. One has the long arms, and I think one.
There's the fat one.
Right.
And the long arms. Fatty and long
Right.
arms. No.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're just they're attacking her and broaching her.
She turns off the lights.
Yes.
She turns off the lights.
She's very resilient. She locks her baby in the fridge. No, where does she put the baby?
She puts it in some closet
yeah.
or something, and that also has like a latch on it or something, like you said, that's very secure, this fishing town home. And she's got a knife. She pulls out a knife.
She stabs the shit
Not
out
a fork like Peggy did earlier in the movie,
it's
where
a
Peggy
knife.
pulled out
and
a fork.
She stabs the shit out of that arm.
And it comes through the door to get her, and it's like black blood. It's like a dark blood, and it's splurting up all over the arm. Yeah. And so I guess that one, so that's where I got confused. So there were two that were broaching the compound.
Two broachers,
The two broachers. So the one that grabbed her sort of through the door, right? She killed that one.
Sure.
She killed that one. And then there was another one that breaks the window.
Yep.
I think that's your chubby guy. Is that the tubby Chubbs? So,
Chubbs.
Okay, because I wasn't sure if she killed the one that was coming through the door. So
it might have left. It might have been upset and left.
But yeah, she gets one of them, and they do the full psycho editing on it. They do. The editor in this documentary, I actually confirmed that for me. She starts stabbing it in like the chest and stomach.
Oh yeah,
and we're seeing the knife raising up. And then it's stabbing, and it's red blood though. And she keeps stabbing it. And
this is one of those,
gruesome.
They just wanted the gore because they have like intestines or, it looks like a lung or something. It's just so much gore on that.
Yeah. But I guess this is to end off. We're going to have some more stuff going on here in a few minutes, but this is the big kill that she gets. It's supposed to be her moment.
So nice to point out that it's not like all of the women stereotypically are victims, because she and Salmon Queen kick some serious humanoid ass. So
they do. Yeah. And so she's now killed that thing. She's sitting there, and then we cut to outside the house, and this is a cheap one, Erik. POV. And I think you're supposed to think, oh, there's another one coming. And they even cheat. They put under the soundtrack.
Yep. She's ready to open the door.
She's ready. Yeah. This is twice in the movie, Erik, where this happens. It's husband jump scare.
Husband jump scare. Yes. Yep.
She opens the door, and it's
And she's
McClure.
It's got where he stops her knife hand. Ugh.
Yeah. Oh, right before she stabs him.
It's me.
Yeah. Because earlier, Peggy, when her boyfriend came over, she had a big sharp fork, and he scared her.
Yep.
And after these two things, I was thinking, this is really dangerous stuff, because I would love to see at one point the boyfriend or husband does get stabbed.
Yep. Oh, God damn it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Doug, and then it's your favorite, Erik. We cut, and it's daylight.
Yep.
It's daytime.
It's a movie time. Movie midnight.
So Carol and Jimbo are now down at the dock, and it's daytime.
Yep.
Bright light.
So from the start of the festival started, the band's playing dee 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 dee. It took, let's say it started at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe the sun comes up at 4. That is a 8-hour siege. That's a lot of siege.
Right. Yeah.
So she's putting that kid to bed pretty late. Not really good for the kid.
So Carol and Jimbo are walking through the carnage left over of this. There's like smoke coming out of the carousel. It's all misty. The sheriff comes up, and the sheriff's like, he's mumbling stuff, and like he doesn't even know what.
What do you know what the doctor is? Whatever. He's like, did she make it? Yeah.
She went back to the thing with Peggy. She does
he just can't handle it. Poor guy.
I know. And so they're looking, and what I love about this scene, Erik, is I don't see a single emergency vehicle anywhere in the scene, if you notice.
They don't have enough.
But they have it they have the sirens on the soundtrack. But even when they pull back, so they pull back, and they do like a helicopter shot pulling up from the dock, and you hear the wee, 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 and all that. There's no sirens or lights there's no emergency vehicles anywhere in the shoot, but they have the sound.
While you're on the sound thing, is that when everybody's being attacked at the carnival, there's no scary music. It's the carnival going on. That's the music going up the merry-go-round. And then plus, I picked up on this, and then I looked it up, and I was right, is every 10 seconds, the screaming repeats itself, and it's the same screaming over and over.
I got it. Yes. Yes. It's a loop. Yeah,
it's very distracting.
It's a loop. Once you hear it, you can't unhear it. You can't forget about it. Yeah. So
just want to point that out.
Pulls up Erik. We get the big shot of the dock, and everything, I guess, is supposed to be right. End of the movie, right?
No. Wait a second.
No, we're not. Because remember, Peggy.
Yep.
Peggy, did we know that? I want to ask you this. Did we know Peggy was pregnant before this?
No.
Did they mention this? No.
No, she was alive.
So she was alive. We knew that. But Peggy is in labor.
Yeah.
All of a sudden. She's in a hospital room in labor.
But this is the next day?
That's what I'm thinking.
That's fast. Right? She's going to have stretch marks. And
the doctor is delivering the baby, I guess.
And it's our doctor, right? It's our scientist.
Yeah. Yes. It's our scientist, Anne Turkel. She's delivering the baby, and Peggy doesn't look good. She's got scars across her face, which she didn't have earlier in the movie. No. When they found her, she didn't have those scars across her face.
I think that not much time has passed. I don't know.
So was this a reshoot? Was this probably a reshoot? Yes, this was a reshoot. Yeah. Because it doesn't seem like the director we had would have done this.
This is 100% a reshoot.
The reshoot, yeah. And so she's trying to give labor, and what we think is probably going to happen, because there's also a weird cut in here, that's why I asked, where I think possibly the original movie had her giving birth and the doctor going like, oh my God, and we never see what it is that's coming out. But that's the way it looks like, right? It's set up, but then it cuts to, she's not delivering the baby.
Oh no.
And
the baby's, this is a C-section right here.
Yeah. An involuntary C-section.
Yes, just like we just did the Dawn of the Dead, and same thing, the stomach but this stomach was actually, I thought, a little better. It was going crazy.
Oh yeah. And which that was the cut also that was what I meant by the cut. She had a sheet over that belly. Yep. And then all of a sudden there was no sheet. The continuity didn't make sense in it.
Yep.
So and out from her eyes turn really weird to her eyes suddenly get like
vampire contact lenses. It's the white, little tiny pupil, and then the iris is white. I didn't understand what that was.
They cut to her face, and it looks good actually with her with those scars on her face and when she opens her eyes. But then the whatever it is comes up out, and it's alien. Oh yeah. It's alien, but not alien. It's more alien like in Spaceballs alien than it is the alien from the original.
Through her stomach.
Right through her stomach.
Big, like size of a large softball or something. It's big.
It comes out and it's got, but half its face is sort of like melted or so its mouth is deformed and it goes like like it just yells or screams, and then we cut that's
our last jump
that's
scare,
how the movie
sadly.
ends. That's our last jump scare, and it ends. And so I guess they successfully birthed a child, the humanoids, when we think about it.
So now we know it can be done, and if they just set up a dating service, humanoids are the deep dating service, like maybe a Tinder or something. Maybe it could work out.
But we end on that note. I will say they remade this movie in 1996
as a TV movie, right?
As a TV movie. I skimmed through it just to see. No, I skimmed. I did not. I couldn't watch it. Can you imagine this movie made for TV with all of the gore or that taken out, and all of the crazy sexual stuff taken out. Like I was like, what? Why? I didn't understand why they made this movie.
David Carradine or somebody's like the lead.
Yeah. It's not worth checking out just for those
Doug
of you
McClure
listening. And then I think they were supposed to make a proper sequel to it at some point, and that did not materialize.
No, it didn't quite work out, Art.
So that's it. So one and done for Humanoids from the Deep.
Humanoids from the Deep.
Yes. And it's a pretty classic movie. So I would say that Humanoids from the Deep was surprising to me in a lot of ways. I did not expect I don't want to oversell this, Erik, but I did not expect the craftsmanship and some of the direction that this movie has. The director, Barbara Peters, clearly knew what she was doing with the camera a lot. The score works for me. Like, it's as much as it's a patchwork of a lot of things that we've heard before. I liked its B-movie build-ups. I think it is a little gratuitous, some of those Roger Corman inserts that I kind of icky, actually. They're kind of icky, but not in a fun way. Some of those
they are
rapey.
Yeah. Rapey.
I was okay with some of the fun stuff that we like Miss Salmon, and I mean, I know she's naked, but she gets the upper hand on the creature. So you're kind of like having fun with that type of moment. And the tent scene is just bonkers. So it's fun to have it there just as like a weird thing that's in this movie. So I had a fun time watching this movie. It does not overstay its welcome at all, because this movie's about an hour and 20 minutes, maybe, right? Does it make it to an hour 20? I'm not even sure.
It does. It's 90. It's got to be 90 minutes at least. Right?
It's not. It's under 90.
Is it?
It's definitely under 90. Yeah. And so if you like creature features, you're gonna like this. You're gonna especially like it if you like B movies. It's probably the quintessential grindhouse B movie, but with like a little more effort and budget in it. And so it's fun to watch those things. So I had a good time with it, way better than I thought I was going to, because I had seen it when I was a kid multiple times on HBO, I think, just watching it. But I didn't remember a lot of it. Like I said, I probably haven't watched it since then. And so coming back to it, I was surprised and had a lot of moments. You know how I think, Erik, when we do these podcasts, I look at it. It's tough for me with these movies because I look at them and I try to see could this be a straight out scary movie? Would it be possible for them to make a straight out scary movie? Could this be even a campier movie and go in that direction? Or is there a way that they could cohere the two into something that was truly great? And so sometimes that's my problem watching movies like this, is my brain after the first watch through starts to go in those directions. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Like, and I couldn't see where this could be, because I think going serious with it, Erik, we get Prophecy, right? That's the direction, right? That's that movie.
Katana.
Is Prophecy.
Katana.
Right. Yeah. We get that. Going totally bonkers, we start to go in the territory of like, I don't know, like Seed People or something like that. And then it's like just totally goofy. And so this is sort of riding that middle line. But so I would say I would recommend Humanoids from the Deep. Yes. Only because I think as a B movie, it has a lot to offer. But I'm going to preface it by saying the Corman stuff that's stuck in, I think the movie could do without some of that in there. Not all of it, believe it or not, Erik. I think it's putting it in its B-movie context. I think some of the gratuitous nudity he throws in there is kind of fun for the movie. But the scenes where it gets to the assault, I'm a little icked out by that, I have to say. So I would say watch out for that. So how about you? What were you thinking watching this? So
I'm going to ask you a question. How many times do you think that I've seen this movie?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I know you probably saw it a lot when you were young because I saw it a lot when I was
Oh,
younger.
you did?
I watched it. HBO. I watched it a bunch of
Oh,
times.
okay. So we might be on the
Yeah.
same
When
page.
I was like, when I was a kid, I watched this movie a lot when I was a kid.
On HBO.
And it was on it. It was on
So
HBO.
your
Yeah,
parents
because
were
it
just
played
like,
on
no,
HBO.
go ahead, Art. What are you watching?
No, I would sneak. I would watch it. Like I would try to sneak around and watch it. Like a lot of horror movies I watch after dark with the
Yeah.
sound turned way down on the
The
TV.
Star Channel.
Yeah. So yeah, right. Exactly. Where they'd also have the really loud R-rated thing. It would be louder
Rated
than the
R.
movie.
Yes.
So yeah,
You have to
And
lower
you're
the
like-
volume. Holy crap. This is rated R.
Because if your parents were in the other room,
Yes.
you'd be like, "Oh,
I
shit,
think it said
I gotta lower
rated
the volume."
R. Make sure your parents
Yeah.
aren't home.
So I just seen saw it when I was a kid. Like I said, after that though, no, I don't think I've seen it since that era. I don't think I've watched it once.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, yes, I've seen it quite a bit. I think the attraction for me is because it's a monster movie and it's all monsters. So I really love monster movies. I like humanoid. I was always attracted to actors in costume monsters. That sounds weird when I say it. I was always attracted to actors in monster costumes. In high school, I dated a few. Didn't work out. But I just like so much of this movie, knowing that it was hijacked by Corman for the nudity and the violence. I did think the tent scene is completely unnecessary. That one is they just wanted to get nudity and violence. You don't even know these characters. These are two characters you're never introduced to. Same thing with Miss Salmon and the DJ. You don't know. You've never seen them before ever. So I do think it's fun that Salmon Queen. Sorry, not Miss Salmon. That scene is fun, but also the nudity portion is not necessary. It could have been coming after her and she could have clocked it. But so the movie's struggling to be one movie and then another. I don't know if it would have succeeded if it was done the way the original director wanted it to. I don't know. It would be probably even longer. There'd be a lot of exposition. I don't know. But just the movie, I love those critters. I used to, every time, like that thing I did with the creatures, because I've done that so many times. They're almost like raptors, except underwater. So I will recommend this movie to people who love B-movie monster movies with creatures. And I almost think not knowing that it's two different directors actually won't take you out. You won't be taken out of the scene like, oh, wait, why is this in here? So don't listen to this. Watch the movie first. Oh, shoot. Yeah. So this is a little guilty pleasure for me.
I would say that's what it is. And it doesn't, there's a whole other discussion to have, which I think we'll have with maybe some other movies.
Yeah.
This isn't a lineage of, we didn't get to talk about it too much, but like sea creature movies, like Creature from the Black Lagoon, and things like that, even going all the way up to, say, Shape of Water, where there's this weird thing of aquatic amphibious creatures and women. And I just, I'm like, is this a kink that people have, or something in the psychology
it's called surf and turf? I don't know if you know that. It's on the menu. I always order it.
Oh my gosh. Oh God. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
But we'll have that discussion maybe on another movie.
Yeah,
but,
maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I guess we got to sum up. We still haven't come up with a rating system that we can have that, at the end of the podcast, we can sum it up with like a system, like some sort of ratings.
You don't go back
system.
and listen to the podcast because we have a rating system.
We do.
Yes.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
I know it's been a little bit since we recorded last. So yeah. What is it?
It's 7 out of 10 dummies. It's plus I'd actually throw in a free visor with this one. So 7 dummies and a visor is what I would give it. But you got to catch me first.
And Eric, that'll work for every movie that we do. That's
I
a good
think so.
system.
People know.
It'll work.
People are savvy. Maybe not the visor for some of them, but yeah.
Right, good. So that's it. That's Humanoids from the Deep, Eric. We did it.
We did it.
We did it. Humanoids from the Deep.
We went deep on this one. A deep dive. Oh, shit.
All right. So thank you, everybody, for listening to Midnight Cinema. Join us every week. We fire up the projector here. We watch another movie genre masterpiece like Humanoids from the Deep. So please subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. You can follow us at midnightcinemapod.com. If you want to reach out to us and tell us things about the show you like, or also to recommend any movies, you can reach us at midnightcinemapod@gmail.com. So Eric, it has been great talking to you about this movie. I can't wait to talk to you next week about another one.
Well, I just have one question for you, Hart.
Okay.
You want to see my woodpecker?
All right.
Look at it, you stupid ass. It's right in front of you.